Welcome to J is for Justice podcast. If live breaking news and following true crime is your thing, then please consider subscribing to my channel. And if you like what you see in my videos, please consider giving them a thumbs up. Hey everyone, happy Saturday. Welcome back to J is for Justice. My name is Jay. I am your host. Thank you guys for hitting that like button this afternoon, and I hope you're having a great 4th of July weekend. We have not gotten any relief down here in Florida. It is hot. So hot in here. It is really hot. Welcome to chat, guys. And before we start, I want to just apologize for yesterday. If cats had thumbs, did you enjoy that? Way back in September. Yeah, it's a jam. Sorry I posted it so late, but maybe the ones that didn't see it, you can check it out after the stream. Angie B, I posted your jam today. I would apologize for yesterday. Yesterday I was...
You're what the French call les incompetents.
I was incompetent yesterday. After everything, and I don't know, a lot of you may not even know about it, but the dog handler, Jules, that was involved in the Sebastian Rogers case, it got really weird yesterday, and I had to keep my ear to the ground because she was obviously came on my panel first. So I'm trying to sort my mind through why, what the motive is. We're not going to have a bash session, but tomorrow we're going to go live and on the other channel on Everyday with Jay, and we're going to talk about this, and I'm going to tell you guys what I know. So join me tomorrow for that. I can't remember what time it is. It's in the community post, though. I think it's 11, but I just needed a break. Like, I had been listening to the panel, hopping up occasionally, comparing information with others, and it was just a lot. I literally put my mask that Shell got me one of those cold masks. I put it on and just crashed at like 8:30. It's so hot, guys. I mean, it's just, whoo. Beryl is, yeah, you guys are getting hit with that hurricane. I haven't watched that lately. I don't know what's going on with that. Hey, Mike Jetson, what's up with your eyeballs? Speaking of eyeballs, I need my glasses. Yeah, God bless Texas. All right. So we put this off a day, but we're talking about Bryson Muir and this religious sector that has now come into play in this case. Now, I did hear that DHS is investigating other children at the Gosha compound in Indiana, where Bryson was rescued from. But the main hub of Straitway Ministries is in Tennessee, and the lead pastor is Pastor Dowell. And I have a comment he left on my video from Mike from yesterday, and I'm going to show you the video that he was responding to in a second here. But I'm not here to like bash them, because I'm not against, people having their own beliefs and living off grid. Like, honestly, I don't blame people that want to, get off the grid. But there's other things that are concerning about this group, right? So I'm going to show you the video he was responding to, and then we will get into the rest of it. Okay, I believe it's this one. This will kind of give you a little background too. And then we'll get back to his post or his comment. All right. All right, this is the video that he was commenting on.
Everybody asking, where's Bryson? Jesus, I tell you.
Still asking for your help
in finding 14-year-old Bryson Muir.
You did, Chris.
Bryson is the son of former Colts player Daniel Muir. He and his wife have stopped cooperating with police after first promising to bring the boy to authorities.
This is how Bryson came to his grandmother's house. A black eye, split lip, and his whole face swollen. Wright says she doesn't know how many times Bryson had to have been hit for his face to swell up like this. She says Bryson told her it was his dad, former Colts defensive lineman Daniel Muir, who hit him, but he wouldn't give any further explanation. When Bryson's mother, Kristen, came to pick him up on June 16th, Wright says she tried to get Bryson to stay, but he ran outside to his family. Wright called police concerned Bryson was only going to continue to get hurt. Police managed to stop the Muirs before getting on the highway, but Bryson wasn't in the car. Wright says police told her the Muirs might have put him in a different vehicle. In the more than 2 weeks since she's last seen her grandson, Wright has only become more worried for his safety.
We got to talk a little bit about this earlier, about what life was like in that residence. People are saying, why are you calling it a compound? Why are you doing this? Well, if you can see, as we zoom in, we know that there were multiple men and women that lived here, and we know that they lived on the land. You can see that they gardened, and I understand from just the people I've talked to and what we've been able to see on social media that they build those own places. I mean, they even talk about how they live.
After, I think, Pink.
Yeah, it's in... From what we've been able to garner, because there are YouTube videos on the page Straitway Truth Ministry. If you see the sign in there, it says Straitway, Indiana, Goshen. There's another.
I'll tell y'all something. I tell my women all the time, okay? Because whenever this subject comes up, right, what's the first thing come to people's mind? Sex. Right? Now, is that wrong? No, it's not. However, if that's the only level of intimacy that you have with your wife, you're in trouble.
Yep.
You're in deep trouble.
I agree.
I tell my women all the time, you want to know when the most intimate time I have with them is when it's 4:30 in the morning and they downstairs and we praying and crying out to God together. That's one of the most intimate times I have with my wives. When I get to sit down and open the word and I'm excited because my master fed me and I get to turn around and feed my women. That's intimacy on a whole nother level. But see, this is what I'm saying. So again, where did all of this come from? That came from me simply seeing a man of Yah do it right. I looked at not only him, he says it all the time. You want to know what a man's doing? Look at his home. I looked at his home. What did I see? Strength. I saw joy. I saw happiness. I saw peace. That's what I saw. And I desired it for my home. I desired it for my home. And that's the same thing. I'm sitting here today and I'm telling you, that's the same thing taking place in my home. Hallelujah. You see what I'm saying? Because I saw a man of y'all doing it.
Hallelujah.
This is what we charge to do. This is exactly what we charge to do as men.
I have reports that Bryson is safe and well, and Daniel and Kristen Muir have been incarcerated at the Cass County Jail. Daniel Muir is facing charges of a level 6 felony of obstruction of justice, as well as a Class A misdemeanor for domestic battery. The mother, Kristen Muir, is facing just one count of level 6 felony, obstruction of justice.
The government, or let's say Indiana, decided to actually raid Straitway Goshen this morning. They came in with MRAPs, Bearcats, battering rams, riot gear, SWAT teams, air support, the whole 9 yards. Wow, the Israelites were in prayer this morning. And you got all these people out here. See, I can only talk about the things that are taking place. Now, mind you, all this is over an allegation.
It hurts my heart. It hurts me that anyone could be beaten like that. It hurts that a parent would allow that. It hurts that my daughter would allow anyone to do that to her child.
About a department, somebody an allegation to the Department of Child Services. Nobody really truly knows everything that's going on. They got Pastor Muir and Sister Muir and Bryson. Everybody asking, where's Bryson? Jesus, I tell you, like people are really truly concerned. It just lets you know how far a false allegation can go. But the blow money, everything is, when the smoke all clears, you're in deep trouble.
So he commented on that video and said the following. And because everybody was saying what I'm seeing in this chat. Well, a lot of people are saying women plural, women plural. He said, that's right, women. Just like Abraham, Jacob, Moses, David, Solomon, and the family Jesus was born in. The problem is, none of you so-called believers, I can almost hear this in his voice too, really want to debate these scriptures. Tell you pastors, let's talk openly about any doctrine we believe. So I responded, I said, we don't condemn you for talking, but some of it is concerning to us. So, yeah, I don't know. I mean, well, because they've gone on, and we're going to see why he's laughing is because they're basically saying the kid was found at home. So they're saying, rescued him? He was at home. That's their stance. That's their stance. But what I want to say, Pastor Dowell, if you happen to listen to this as a follow-up, multiple women, that's just, there's something wrong with demoralizing women like your group appears to do. But allegations, you say. Someone did this to this boy. And you don't seem the least bit concerned. Someone did this, right? These are members of your religious organization. He's a pastor of your religious organization. I mean, don't you want to find out if you don't think that his dad did this? Who did this to him? And that's all I have to say on that. The multiple women thing goes without saying. Women should not be, carrying babies, toddlers on their back, strapped with newborns on their front, and waiting on all the men while they drink and smoke and do whatever the frick they want. Casper, what is it? I got an article today. I posted on my Facebook where they've arrested 11 people for drug and human trafficking from Tennessee to California. Oh, wow. Right, Angel. Okay, so let's get into the latest. This is from Fox 59 News, and this is, a day. All right, before we get the update on the court. Oops, I didn't even share my screen, y'all. You didn't even say nothing. Y'all didn't even say a thing. All right, so let's take a look at the timeline first, because I forgot anyways. So all of this started going down on June 16th. He was last seen in Cleveland at his grandmother's home. Now, what is unclear to me is that how he got to his grandmother's home and why his mother left. So I don't know if it's a matter of was the mom trying to get away from this? I don't know. She's breastfeeding an 8-month-old. I think that's what they said. She's breastfeeding. She went to her mother's and grabbed Bryson. So I don't know how long Bryson had been there. I don't know if they had just shown up and the grandma said, "You're not taking him." I'm not sure how the whole grandma got Bryson. But what I do know is that he was in Cleveland, Ohio, or near Cleveland, Ohio. And the mother came and picked him up, got him from the grandma. She called the police. And when they pulled over the vehicle that the mother was in or driving, Bryson wasn't in the vehicle. So they thought that maybe she swapped him to someone else, which obviously they did, and they obviously took him back to their house, the AKA compound. On June 25th, they asked for Indiana State Police assistance. I don't know, really, there's really no details what went on in that first week. June 27th, the parents decided to cooperate. So Kristen and Daniel both said, "We will produce the boy." Okay. Well, then fast forward a day later, on June 28th, the police issued the silver alert because the parents said, "Nope, we're not coming," didn't show up. So that's how that happened. And then the silver alert was issued June 28th. And then on July 3rd, they raided the compound. So that kind of gives us a little background. Now we can watch the video that you couldn't see before. All right, here we go.
After sitting in on that hearing, Michael, what can you tell us now?
I think it's the mother's mom. It's the mother's mom. Because she did an interview on the phone and she said she doesn't understand why her daughter is doing this. I think maybe it's a case of where maybe mom has been trying to get her out of there. Because these guys, not only do they, have all these weird immoral beliefs, in my opinion, but they also encourage the belief that natural family is no good. They say that natural family, forget about them. Forget about them. Forget you ever knew them. That's weird to me. So it tells me that, they're about kind of manipulation and control as well. And he is in control of all of this and all of them. You don't think he told the parents what to do with the child after the grandma took these pics? Like, I know people who follow this guy. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I can't imagine. Like, I don't know what to think. I'm just trying to piece all of this together, to be quite frank. But if you've hit that like button yet, let me know if you've hit it. If you've hit it, if you haven't, hit it. I know that didn't make a lick of sense. Let's go into the video. Is this like a member of their church? I wonder who their lawyer is. He doesn't look real sure. Oh, Victor Vining. Let's see. Let's look him up. Let's see who their lawyer is. Victor, what is it? Viney? Oops.
And due process. They're entitled to
Victor Vining. Victor Vining, Indiana lawyer. Nothing. Who is this dude? What? Here's a Victor Vining that works for Nishimoto Trading Company. Oh, I put Indian. Whoops. Whoops. He's not an Indian. It's Indiana. Oh, here it is. Vining Legal, LLC. A law firm for your family. He does criminal defense, estate planning, and family law. He's Nathan. Why does it say Nathan? What did they say his name was? Victor? Is that his brother or something? That's fucking weird. Look at it. It says Nathan. Strange. Maybe it's his brother. I don't fucking know. Dude, you can't make this shit up. Okay, here we go. Okay. Flo. Hi, Carrie. It's okay, just a girl. You don't have to apologize. YouTube. no more YouTube wannabes, right? Oh my God, I can't handle any more of that, Flo. No YouTuber, yes.
Leave it up to YouTube, you know? Leave it up to YouTube. This is like my last straw. Like every
I'm looking for the probable cause.
YouTube is the most up piece of like leave it up to YouTube.
I think I found it. That's not it. I'm looking for the PDF of the probable cause. See, here it says Nathan Vining. This is a statement from their attorney. I urge the community and media to avoid drawing premature conclusions. The Muir family has been improperly targeted and is not guilty of any abuse or unlawful activity. Okay, so I can't find the exact court documents, but it says here, according to court documents, the grandmother, Cheryl Wright, noticed that the teen had a black eye as a result of a punishment from his father. The teen's uncle recorded a phone call with Daniel Muir asking why the teen was in trouble. The father made allegations of inappropriate behavior by the teen and told the uncle he, quote, whooped his ass like a grown man, according to court documents. A probable cause affidavit states Daniel Muir provided Indiana State Police with a video of the teen in an undisclosed wooded area. In the video, the teen can be seen saying, "My father did not punch me in the eye." According to court documents, Daniel Muir told investigators the teen was punched by an unknown individual, and that's when they decided to take him to his grandmother's house for a few days. However, they brought him back to Indiana after Cheryl Wright was, quote, making decisions Kristen Muir did not agree with. According to the probable cause affidavit, Daniel Muir admitted he took the teen to another location because DCS was looking for him and he wanted to protect his family. He would not tell police the location. On Friday, June 28th, Daniel and Kristen agreed to meet with Indiana State Police but backed out. Daniel Muir faces a preliminary charge of obstruction with justice and preliminary charge of domestic battery. Okay. Grandma says she's relieved. Okay, so July 16th is going to be a bond hearing for them because they were denied any bond. FYI. No bond for them. So let's get back to the court appearance.
Meanwhile, defense attorneys for the Muir family would not go into specifics of this.
Well, new tonight, Houston police are investigating after.
I never did see that follow-up, so I don't know what the heck that was about. I don't believe it's legal. Is it, blank? Yes, I know, Catherine. Okay, so here is Pastor Muir. This is 1 year ago. This is on April 5th, 2023. So this is Bryson's father. That's true, John Gussie. He says, wait till the other inmates at the jail hear this dude was beating on his kid. Don't matter how big you are. They don't like when you hit or touch your kids. I agree, but you know, these football players, these any kind of sports figure, in my opinion, they make too much money. That's the first problem. And this is my opinion only, but it's great that you can play a sport that good, but I think that we over glamorize these football players and people in any sport. It's just like Hollywood. They make too much money and then they have the ability to do weird shit like this and get away with stuff. I doubt it's legal anywhere, is it? Can you even have multiple wives in Utah anymore? I'm not sure. He used to play for the Colts. They're retired. Hi for Soothe Investigation. Hey, Kels. All right, so this is actually Daniel, and this is more on his wives. This is called Real Intimacy with My Wives.
I'm gonna tell y'all something. I tell my women all the time. I'm gonna tell y'all something. I tell my women all the time, okay? Because whenever this subject comes up, right? What's the first thing come to people's mind? Sex. Right? Now, is that wrong? No, it's not. However,
watch the other men
that's
too.
the only level of intimacy that you have with your wife, you're in trouble.
Yep.
You're in deep trouble.
I agree.
I tell my women all the time, you want to know when the most intimate time I have with them is when it's 4:30 in the morning and they downstairs and we praying and crying out the attic together. That's one of the most intimate times I have with my wives. When I get to sit down and open the word and I'm excited.
Did you hear all those hands clapping? What about Sister Wives? I don't watch that shit. There's reasons I don't watch that shit. I hate reality TV. I hate it. I hate the housewives. I hate the sister wives. I hate the honey boo boo bullshit. Hey, Teresa, good to see you. Twins, good to see you.
Because my master fed me, and I get to turn around and feed my women. That's intimacy on a whole nother level. But see, this is what I'm saying. So again, where did all of this come from? That came from me simply seeing a man of Yah do it right. I looked at not only him, he says it all the time. You want to know what a man's doing? Look at his home. I looked at his home. What did I see? Strength. I saw joy.
Now, I had to laugh at Dowell's shirt. His shirt says vaccinate. It says vaccine ain't, like AINT. I'm not with him on all vaccinations, but I'm with him on the COVID vaccine. Put a 1 in chat if you never got the COVID vaccine. Vaccine ain't.
I saw happiness. I saw peace. That's what I saw. And I desired it for my home. I desired it for my home. And that's the same thing. I'm sitting here today and I'm telling you, that's the same thing taking place in my home. Hallelujah. You see what I'm saying? Because I saw a man of y'all doing it.
Hallelujah.
This is what we charge to do. This is exactly what we charge to do as men.
Did you see that shirt? Yeah, that's...
I'm 31 Adam for as well.
So that's what men are charged to do. A lot of you never got it. I know some people had to. I'm not throwing shade on people that had to. They say that they're Israelites. That's what they are. They call themselves Israelites. A lot of you never got it. I'm sorry, Flo. Flo said she got it, but it gave her exasperated arthritis. No, you do not have to be black to go to their church. Not at all. Not at all. Okay, so this is what we're going to watch from yesterday. This is Pastor Dowell put out what's really going on. The spin is in.
All right. Good morning. Good evening. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Citizen YouTube, Pastor Dowell here. Well, of course, I know that everybody, there's a lot of festivities going on, you know what I mean? No matter what anybody is accused of or does in this world, straightway is the whole problem for it.
Oops.
Which is fine and good. That's part and parcel of it. Sure would be nice if I could actually get out here, and since so many people disagree with so many things, about us if I could just ever get somebody to have an open civil discussion, debate, conversation. It ain't gonna happen though. But nevertheless, how everybody doing? I had somebody ask me, they said, Pastor Dowell, do you celebrate the 4th of July? I said, no. And they said, well, why? Aren't you a veteran? Yes. Aren't you, do you used to be in 82nd Airborne Division? Yes.
Okay, hold on. So he was a veteran. As long as you have money to give and do as they say, you can attend. I don't think you have to have any money. See, that's where this gets fucked up, is that it's appealing to people that have nothing. It's appealing to people that have nothing and may not be connected with their real, true families. I think they prey on people that are desperate and have no real connections to speak of. I don't know why all the guns, intimidation, but that's my thoughts, because they tell you natural families gotta go, not good for you. And they say that the Bible actually tells you so. So what they do is they target the people that have nothing. They get you in there, and they have businesses. Like, for example, drywall business. And they have a drywall business, and you, for example, would work for the drywall company, and you would go out, but you don't get a paycheck. You get $50 a month, but you don't have any bills. This is how it works. I watched someone who went into it. So he said, I got no bills. I got cable. I got this. I got that. The other. No phone bill. No electric bill. No mortgage. Nothing. But you know what happens if they ever want to leave? They got fucking nothing. Because they only get $50 a week. A month per person. So they keep them down. They give them just enough where they can go buy, some clothes, or like this one guy was like, oh, I'll go buy a dress for my daughter. Good afternoon, Myron. But that's how it works. So you work for them. They make all the fucking money. They're doing drywall jobs, for example. They get all the money from the drywall job. You get $50 a month, but you get to live there free of charge. For the Bible tells me so. I know. I thought of that song too. Hey, Kels. Yeah, it's weird. Mm-hmm. Which isn't altogether a bad idea. If they didn't have multiple wives and weren't doing all this weird shit. Like, it'd be great to have like a community with you guys. Like, hey, not like where we rip people off, but hey, let's all, buy this property and all live together and split the bills. Yes, and if they do something wrong, thank you for chiming in, John. If they do something wrong, they get their money taken. Yep, they have a $300 limit for alcohol per week. Per week. The women can't drink, only the men can drink. So that's where that's all fucked up. Michelle H says, no thank you. I like my freedom, and even though bills stink, I'll pay them. Sandwich says, no, that's a cult. Jay says, I just like having faith in what I see, hear, and feel. The energy doesn't lie. That's so true. Do they pay off any debt you have when you enter? I believe that they do, but I don't know if there's a limit. Because that guy had like a bill and they paid it off. Yeah, they don't have to buy food. They don't have to buy anything. Detective, they buy nothing. Oh, hell yeah, Myron. They make too much money. That's what I'm saying. But people who feel like they want to belong to something because they don't have anyone else, they get sucked into this and they think it's such a great deal. But then, dun, 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 you find out all the other stuff, right? Bring it all in.
Why don't you celebrate 4th of July? Because that wasn't Independence Day for my people. My people were still in chains in slavery. And we didn't get no independence at all, nothing. That's the colonies the people that came over here and stole his land, independence from the tyranny of the Britons. That's what the 4th of July is about.
Where's Pete? Where's Potato? Oh, yeah, she's in comps. He's talking about your country, Potato.
Ain't none of my business. Ain't none. I mean, but I know true history, though. Change the station for a second. We don't know anything new about the latest festivities that are going on with Pastor Muir and the Indiana Police Department up there under the Department of Child Services. But I will say this: do y'all you remember what I said yesterday about the news media, how that they submit certain information and they say things a certain way, and then all of them repeat the same story, kind of like they do on mainstream news media. You'll get one network say this, then a next one network, and they all piggyback off each other. And if you notice, they found Bryson. That's what they said. They found him. They found him safe. But they didn't tell you that they found him safe at home.
See, as if that makes a damn bit of difference. He was at home, Pastor Dowell, when this happened to his face. Why don't you care, Pastor Dowell? Why do you not care about Bryson's face? Safe at home, my ass.
Because, see, that doesn't do good for their narrative. And they don't want to ever paint anyone in a good light. And so then...
Not true.
Last night broadcast, I had somebody tell me, man, I had a run-in with these people. I still haven't seen my children still to this day. You know, with situations like this...
Yeah, you know why? I mean, I get it. I know CPS sucks. I know DHS sucks. They are the worst agency in the country. They should be the most important agency, and they're not. But for fuck all sakes, when someone tells you their kids were taken away and they never got them back, 9 times out of 10, it's legitimately a valid reason. I mean, I know that they're not a perfect agency and they need to be, revamped from the ground up. But come on.
It's sad because one day some of you are going to have the opportunity to deal with a particular situation like this where somebody's going to levy some type of false allegations and charges against you. And then here you are minding your own business. Next thing you know, you got the sheriff's department, you got the child department services at your front door, and you got to answer questions and allegations.
Yeah, but it wasn't a surprise. Bryson was reported missing. All they had to do was produce the kid. And they dug their heels in the ground and said, no, we're not, because we don't have to, because we're straitway and we're Israelites. We don't follow your law. Well, in the next video, we're going to hear them talk about how they get around following the law. God almighty. I mean,
in the name of Jesus, Father God, Lord.
It's really, really disturbing. And he's very aggressive. It's not very welcoming. And he doesn't realize it. He doesn't even realize that he comes across as aggressive and cold-hearted. Or he just doesn't care. Because he's still got people, living there, working in these compounds or whatever.
This stuff about what in the world is going on. I tell you, it's the world, but I'm wondering what type of jurisdiction does family court have in this. But nevertheless, I want y'all to really, 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 truly see that media is not your friend. They ain't never been your friend. They have no interest in truth. They are there to report news that is going to be slanderous, defamatory, things that are accusing, and they're wordsmith. They meant to throw things out there in order to get your conscience and mind to go, Same thing with a liar or an accuser. They're there to present things to you to get you to look at things through their lenses. Can you imagine?
But aren't you sitting here trying to make us look through your lens? It's not very balanced, Pastor Dowell.
People will continue to lie, falsify. Has anybody out there ever had the Department of Child Services called on you? I would like to hear from y'all. I would like to know how y'all handled that case and how things went on. But man, once it come to your door, now I wouldn't wish it that it wouldn't come to anybody's door. But once it come to your door, you're going to find out. You're going to find out. And I tell you, this thing has severed a lot of families over the years. And everybody already know what I believe about natural family. That's why I stay away from them. I don't have nothing to do with them at all. Zero. And my life has been blessed because of it. I don't mind.
See, that's awful to say that. To say, I mean, yeah, not all natural families are positive, but come on, dude, to blanket statement like that. And that is like part of their beliefs is that natural families, fuck them. Yeah, we wonder what in the world's going on, right, Beck Carter? Michelle H., I don't like this guy. He should be held accountable as well since the child was on his property. Well, actually, this guy was in Tennessee and Bryson was in Indiana, and they are in a lot of states. Mrs. Smith says this guy can FDO. Damn, Mrs. Smith. I told him to go to bed, and he did. She said, Pastor Dowell, she told you.
Fuck directly off.
Damn, Mrs. Smith coming in hot. Like your birth family, you know, like your brothers and sisters, your mom and dad. That kind of stuff. Listen how he says that again. I just think that's really dangerous and really manipulative to do.
To do with them at all. Zero. And my life has been blessed because of it. I don't mind receiving persecution. I don't mind, you know, Satan has got people that are submitted to him at his will. So I don't mind people lying. I don't mind people accusing. I don't mind people slandering. Now, do I like it? Nah, I don't. Probably not just like the next person does. But I've got some pretty big damn shoulders. You know what I mean? I can pretty much hold the weight of all this because, you know, out of the 26 years that I've actually been here on this land.
So they've been there for 26 years. If you haven't heard of them by yet and you live there, do you think you really need to be concerned? This is a valid question. Thank you so much, Flo. Flo says, his hat says 4:16. Sir, you are 4 minutes early. You're 4 minutes early for 4:20, Pastor Dowell. Yeah, they want you to not have contact with people that can try to pull you out of there. So I'm wondering, is that, you know, how did Kristen with her mother, you know, Bryson's grandmother, how did that come together? You know, is the mom, the grandma actively trying to get her daughter out of here? Like, we don't know what's going on behind the scenes, but we do know that Kristen has a little baby that she's breastfeeding. And she was granted no bond. They asked if she could have a GPS tether. They said no. But if he's been there that long, do you think that you need to be worried about him? I mean, obviously they've been quiet. They've, been minding their own biz. Where does it come a point? I mean, it's just been brought to our attention, but look at Pastor Dowell has 213,000 subscribers. He has more subscribers than I do. It's crazy, huh?
When people are going to figure that out, that every allegation, every accusation, everything that I've been accused of, it's literally all false. If I was as bad of a man that everybody's saying, I'm going to tell you the reason why I'm bad. I'm bad because I go against societal norms. I'm bad because I go against pagan Christianity. I'm bad because I preach the truth of holiness about what the book says, and people just don't like that. Go check my doctrine. They just don't like it. And of course, and then I'm bad because they don't like my delivery. They don't like how I talk. Nevertheless, the message that I preach and I teach is not for the masses. Never has been for the masses, only for a remnant of the people who are spiritually intelligent.
So he says, my shit ain't for y'all because you're not spiritually intelligent. You're wannabes. So my shit ain't for you anyway, is what he's telling us. off for the investigation. I think that's going to be a minute. Yeah, I don't know. As far as I know, they're not being investigated yet. It could still come with the children. No, they do not use sovereign citizen. No. Whoa. The next video, we're going to find out. No. They tell you no. Don't use sovereign citizen.
Know how to pick up the book, read and comprehend, research and study, and then find it out. Because, I mean, think about this. We're celebrating a holiday today, and you got American Negro Indians, which they don't even want you to know about that truth either. I know I'm digressing a lot in this. I'm just showing y'all. They want y'all to make y'all think that all the Indians started out Caucasian here in this country. As a matter of fact, they want y'all to believe that about everything in the world, including Egypt. But what I'm getting to is that there are lies. There are illusional lies. There are facts. And then there are opinions. And people are not entitled to facts. Opinions, yes. Facts, no.
We're not entitled with for facts.
People say a lot. They get butt hurt. Man, they get offended because I no longer am dealing with them. I know what I'm doing. I'll just turn the page, move on. And they are bitter. You know.
But why did he comment on my video? If he just turns the page and moves on, why is he commenting on my video?
Books, you know, there's an old saying out there in the world that says, hell is known no fury like a woman scorned. Starting to watch these female tendencies in a lot of people too. But as for me and my house, we got a lot to do. We're just busy here. We're just totally busy. We're going to continue to keep doing the will of y'all. Anything that changes, we'll let you know. But I want to let y'all know this. Think about this again. Did y'all hear what the attorney said on last night's broadcast? I played it 3 times. 3 times.
Yeah, we heard the attorney.
Why ain't the news reporting that? See, because it's not in their best interest to report that. It's their best interest to get you know, what they try to do is they try to put pressure on people to get them to acquiesce, capitulate, to get them to conform, to be under duress and under coercion, to get people to react rather than respond in a certain way. And they know that. They know human nature. That's why they're always big in psychology. But again, to set the record straight, Bryson, who was allegedly supposed to be missing.
Okay, but it's not just about him missing. It's about his face. Right? Grandma was worried about Bryson's face. Not just about him being allegedly missing. See, he keeps twisting it. Yeah, he commented, Trey, look. Because all these people were like, really? Women, plural? And he said, that's right, women. Just like Abraham, Jacob, Moses, David, Solomon, and the family Jesus was born in. The problem is, none of you so-called believers really want to debate these scriptures. Tell you pastors, let's talk openly about any doctrine we believe. It's pouring down rain here in Clearwater, Florida. Everybody get your umbrellas.
Was found safe at his home there in Logansport. Now, see, that's true reporting. See, if you listen to them, they're just going to leave that out. He's found safe. He's safe. That's about it. They're going to make you think that he's in some other geographical location, and then they went and got Pastor Muir and them over here. No. That's called spin. That's called only putting certain things out there to lead your mind down a certain way. And that's it. They're not going to be truthful. It sure is going to be nice, boy, when the king comes, isn't it? Sure is going to be nice. It's going to be a lot of death, hell, and carnage then. Sure is. When the real Jesus comes, going to be a lot of that. I know people say, yeah. We've been talking about that for years. Yeah, but we're in the here and now. We are. And that's why I teach people you got to learn how to navigate here and the here and now. But I'm going to end this video by saying it again. See how dishonest the news media is? They could have told you that they found Bryson at home safely with his father, Daniel, and his mother, Kristen. They could have told you that, but they chose not to. And they still, till this day, does.
No, you're choosing not to tell the whole story. So let me fill in the blanks for Pastor Dowell. Bryson's grandmother saw his face beat in. His uncle talked to his father, your buddy Daniel. Daniel said that he whooped his ass like a grown-ass man. We're talking about a damn NFL football player on a teenage boy. Are you kidding me? Then the grandma called the police because she was concerned about Bryson, right? Then the police said, produce Bryson. They refused. So you don't think they should have had to produce him because he was at home? So you should be able to do whatever you want to your children as long as they're at home? You can beat them? Bullshit. He says it's only allegations.
Even the attorney asked the news media to kind of pause on your accusations and your assertions, and they still doing it. That's what they do. And so y'all gotta figure this thing out. Listen, if you're a friend of the world, then the world would love you. But if you are a friend of this world, then you are an enemy of God. Read your book and see what it says. Y'all be encouraged, King Tommy.
Wow. Okay, so this next one, we're starting halfway through. This was actually last night. And it just gives you this. Really, they don't talk about Dowell or about Daniel too much, I don't think. But it gives you a lot of insight into the lives that they live. Are you guys interested in learning more about what life is like in these compounds? Put a 1 in chat if you're ready for it. Let's go. This is on the right-hand side. We have an elder. I don't know his name. Elder somebody. He lives in the home where the guy we saw the interview with his, testimony of what life is like there. He says where he's at, but he's in another place. The guy on the left is Dowell, and he's in Tennessee. I'm not sure what state this guy is in on the right, but I just have to ask, is that a portrait of Dowell on his curio cabinet thingy? Is that a portrait of Dowell or of himself? I'm curious. Here we go.
Never mind. They listening to now. All right. So anyway, we realize that we are living in the land, whether people like it or not. They want us to assimilate and think that we're just like them, when the truth is we're not like them. The Most High Yah set boundaries for us. Literally set boundaries for us. Now, before I get started here, Elder Kabeer, you heard one of the reasons or some reason why we want to come on here and talk. I'm going to go ahead and give you some opening statements before we get in here, all right?
Elder Kabeer.
All right. Anyway, one of the biggest thing is that when the book says that we need to come out of her, my people. Now, did you tell me Exodus 34? We're going to read that later, right?
Yeah, we're going to read a little bit later, but that's 34:10.
Okay.
It's talking about no covenants and agreements.
Okay. But yeah, one of the things is obviously one of the things that you have always taught and pushed, and the book tells us that we need to come out of her, my people.
He reminds me of Mike Tyson when he talks. And he's got the submit or quit shirt on. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe he's merging into Dowell. The portrait. I cannot. I cannot. I'm sending all of you guys portraits to put in your homes of me.
What? We can't be
Dowell
making covenants.
movement.
One of the things that's getting us in a lot of trouble with the people of this nation is contracts. And what do those contracts look like? Those are birth certificate, marriage certificate, driver's license, anything that you sign with your name when they have a signature, your taxes, what they call that, the tax forms. If you ever look where you sign, is right there in bold.
What do you call that? Tax forms. Yeah.
Guys, I'm eating eating junk and watching rubbish. You better come out and stop me.
He is. So his brain's been freaking boggled around in his head too much.
Letters, you're signing under perjury. And that just means that you're agreeing that if you don't abide by this contract, we can cause you harm or loss. You're literally agreeing. You're agreeing to it. and that's why they can come and do all type of things, and you'll start looking crazy. Like, how are you able to do this to me? How is this officer able to pull me over and do this thing to me? Because you gave them proof that there's a contract out there that you agreed to, that you consent to. One of the things about country is country is founded by the people for the.
Hold on. We've got a live chat replay on the right. I think we need to show that.
People says, but the government gets their power by the consent of the governed. And who are the people that are consenting to be governed? You. Pull out your wallet. Look at your driver's license. You're the governed. You look at who owns that car.
Hold on. Elder Kabeer, you are speaking in perfect language between you and I, but we're going to slow this down. We got to slow this down.
We got to slow it down, folks.
Contract
said that the government, they get the power by the consent of the governed.
Mm-hmm.
That means you voluntarily waive and sign over your otherwise would be constitutional rights.
You're unalienable rights.
Unalienable, unalienable.
Yeah. So rights that you was given when you was born, you gave that rights up, and you allow for whatever benefits. And obviously, you're doing it because of a benefit.
On the chat, it says Chuckin' and Jivin' TV. Don't go chasing waterfalls. Please stick to the rivers and the lakes that you used to.
Maybe the benefit to drive. Maybe the benefit to have your baby get this little piece of paper, or maybe the benefit of saying that, hey, me and my wife are married now, or something, or to get tax credits or whatever. Usually they try to give you some type of benefit, and that's what makes people to be willing to give up their rights. Did you know? I mean, just an example here. Like, I didn't even know this, but most people young people coming out of high school are getting their driver's license, right? Do you know in the contract that they're signing to just be able to have the ability to drive, they're actually agreeing that if there was a draft, that they could be drafted. But it's right there in the contract.
No, they don't pay taxes. Look at all the papers on his desk, though. Holy.
And so people don't even know they're agreeing to that, because in their mind they're just doing it just to get who's reading the contract to get their driver's license. No one's thinking about that.
All right, and let me hit this part right here. I don't want to skip this part. So we live in a country where the country tries to make the governed believe that it's all for them, that we're living in this country called America. We're all American citizens, right? But what's really truly taking place is that we have a government that's been trumped. Our government that has moved us from civil, has moved us from us being the power and authority, and through statutory law. They flipped the script and they got you thinking, well, if you can't drive unless you get this license, why? Because everybody else does it. Or you can't function unless you do this, because that's the only option they present to you. Whereas before, it didn't used to be like that. We done had generations past that knew, and now we're...
Well, that's weird, Mrs. Smith, because he did have the 501c or whatever. I think it's 50, isn't it 501? 503, whatever. He had the nonprofit, but he says in this video that he paid $500 to get out of it. He said it was free for me to get into, and it took me $500 to get out of it.
Born in this generation, all we do is consent. Consent, 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 consent. In other words, the governed gives consent to the government for them to have sole authority and power over us. Elder Kabeer.
So I remember, I think it was that
Elder Kabeer.
Am I telling the truth?
Here we go.
Yeah, you're telling the truth. After the elect, I think Pastor Corey got cut off. I think, didn't he get cut off during he got cut?
He got cut off.
Yeah, strangely. And I hope I don't get cut off, but I'm gonna pick up what he picked up. But he says that if you get a dollar bill, if I can use this analogy and be pure, if you take any money, but I'm using a dollar bill here. If you ever been pulled over or somebody said, well, you need a driver's license. Well, you're driving on public road. Yes, I am driving. That is a public road, but they make you think that you need to have a driver's license to be able to. You do need a license to drive, but to travel on public road. But
stop.
Just look at Dowell. Dowell, he's like, you're doing all right, but fucking stop. Oh my God. No, they don't call themselves sovereign citizens. That they say no, we are not. What? He's not saying it right. Stop. Hold up.
At least that's what they say. Because without it, you'll be breaking the law.
You'll be illegal.
You'll be y'all hearing this, right?
Mm-hmm.
You hear the double talk in this. So a license is something that is permission. Now, he's going to introduce some more other words right here to bring attention. Go ahead, Elder. I'm going to have to stop you every now and then.
Okay, I appreciate that. Please, I want people to get this, but I want to make it simple because I'm not trying to make it. This is not the place to do everything, but just want you to get your mind right because we've been trained a certain way, right? So if you take your money or your dollar bill or whatever, on there you'll see where it says this note is legal tender. Legal. So when you hear legal just you can switch. You can take the word legal and put equal public. Okay? So anything that's legal is public, not private. So the opposite of public is private, right? So this note is legal tender, right? For all debts, public and private. So I can use this public tender for all debts, right?
Like,
all
what the fuck is this? And everybody's like, what the fuck is this?
Private. So guess what? The road is the same way. I can travel on the public road for public and private. Now to drive, that's a whole different story.
Oh yeah.
Driving has to do with.
Did you just see his ass glitch out? I know you guys saw that. That was the Holy Spirit. That was the Holy Spirit coming in hot. Because remember they said that the other elder got cut off? I bet you the Holy Spirit's coming in on their ass. Watch that glitch.
All debts for public and private. So guess what? The road is the same way. I can travel on the public road for public and private. Now to drive, that's a whole different story.
Oh yeah.
Driving has to do with commerce. If you get paid, if you're an Uber driver, a truck driver, sometimes we have a lot of our truck drivers come visit us. Yeah, we get a lot of our professional. I always get their autograph because I say, man, you a professional driver. Wow, just like a professional football player to play on foot. Did you ever realize in football, somebody can punch somebody or we can get hit and no one ever sue each other? You know why we can't sue each other? Because we signed a contract. We consented to the rules of the NFL rules. The commissioner is the head of the NFL. And so that's why you can see things happen in there that couldn't happen outside the NFL because we have a contract.
Such as broken legs, broken arms, broken ankles.
You can't sue the NFL. You can't sue the guy that punched you in practice. If he kicked you in the nuts, punch you, can't do anything because you signed the contract. So just so people can understand that there is a possibility we do in this country do have the ability to live free from the government. We do. It's in the Constitution to protect those rights, but it's up to you to keep them. It's just like Benjamin Franklin says. He says that we gave you a republic if you can keep it. So only the elect and the few of the uppers, the rich people in this world, they know how to keep those rights. That's why you see
Okay, so they believe in Benjamin Franklin, though? Yeah, it is. It's 420. It's 420, guys. Green alert, green alert. What can be our soundbite for green alert?
She said, we came home, we planted flowers on the side of the house.
What image? You mean the little glitch? Oh, okay, hold on. Look at his face. Oh, shit.
Cheapers.
Tender. Legal. So when you hear legal just you can switch. You can take the word legal and put equal public. Okay? So anything that's legal is public, not private. So the opposite of public is private, right? So this note is legal tender, right? For all debts, public and private. So I can use
Look at Dowell. He's like, oh fuck. This kid. He's like this kid. No, the sound is still there, Special Agent Noble. Nice try, though. Nice try, Bubba.
This public tender for all debts, right? All debts for public and private. So guess what? The road is the same way. I can travel on the public road for public and private. Now to drive.
Okay, I found the exact spot. Hold on. Ooh, did you hear that thunder? I know you heard that. Okay, here we go. Let's slow it down. I can't believe we're doing this. Y'all are crazy as fuck, and I love it.
Tender. Legal.
He says legal.
Legal. So when you hear legal, just you can switch. You can take the word legal and put equal public. Okay. So anything that's legal is public.
You guys got that?
Not private. So the opposite of public is private.
Here it comes.
Right? So this note is legal tender. Legal tender.
Look at Dowell. Look at his face.
Right. For all debts. Public.
It's coming. Here comes the glitch.
And private. So I can use this public tender for all debts.
Public and private.
Right. it for public and
Here it comes.
private.
Here it goes.
So guess what? The road is the same way. I can travel.
He's like, you're getting it now. Come on.
The public road.
Here we go. Here it is.
For public and private. Now to drive.
There it is. all that for that glitch. Y'all fucking kill me. You can't see anything in it. You can't see shit. You guys are fucking great. Hilarious. Thank you for the laugh. That was our 420 break, kind of like the seventh inning stretch. That was the 7th inning stretch for 420. Oh my God. Okay, now it's on normal. It's going to sound bizarre. His face was priceless. Look at him. He's fucking laughing too. I mean, you can't help but fucking his face. He doesn't have a good poker face. Oh, dude. That's why he's got his portrait there. He's like, always think of me, brother. Oh, man.
A whole different story.
Oh, yeah.
Driving has
He
to
gets
do
all
with
serious.
commerce.
Oh, yeah.
If you get paid, if you're an Uber driver, a truck driver, sometimes we have a lot of our truck drivers come and visit us. Yeah. We get a lot of our professional. I always get their autograph because I say, man, you a professional driver.
I always get their autograph. Look at Dowell. He's like, what the fuck are you talking about? You get their autograph.
Wow. Just like a professional football player to play on foot.
Oh, now when they bring up the NFL, look at Dowell. He made the signature move with his arm. Watch.
For public and private. Now to drive, that's a whole different story.
Oh, yeah.
Driving has to do with commerce. If you get paid, if you're an Uber driver, a truck driver, sometimes we have a lot of our truck drivers come and visit us. Yeah. We get a lot of our professional. I always get their autograph because I say, man, you a professional driver. Wow. Just like a professional football player to play on foot. Did you ever realize in football, somebody can punch somebody or
he put the quotes up for professional football player. Watch. He put the quotes up for the professional football player.
Our truck drivers come and visit us. Yeah. We get a lot of our professional. I always get their autograph because I say, man, you a professional driver. Wow. Just like a professional football player to play on foot. Did you ever realize in football, somebody can punch somebody or we can get hit and no one ever sue each other? You know why we can't sue each other? Because we signed a contract. We consented to the rules of the NFL rules. The commissioner is the head of the NFL. And so that's why you can see things happen in there that couldn't happen outside the NFL because we have a contract.
Thanks for explaining.
Broken legs, broken arms, broken ankles.
You can't sue the
NFL. Oh, so is this how they view Bryson? Is this how they view Bryson? Yes, he's drinking a big mug of beer, and then he also does shots. Watch.
The guy that punched you in practice, if he kicked you in the nuts, punch you, can't do anything because you signed the contract. So just so people can understand that there is a possibility we do in this country do have the ability to live free from the government. We do. It's in the Constitution to protect those rights. But it's up to you to keep them. It's just like Benjamin Franklin says. He says that we gave you a republic if you can keep it. So And so only the elect and the few of the uppers, the rich people in this world, they know how to keep those rights. That's why you see the Bill Gates and the what do you call the Trumps. They don't pay taxes. Why? Because they know how to stay in the private. They know how to, like Pastor, you did a good job on it on one of your videos. You said own nothing but control everything, right? But a lot of people, we've been taught, as especially in the hood, we've been taught, man, I gotta get my name on. That's my house. Got my name on it. Or that's my car, right?
And can I put this in there, Elder Kabeer, when people do that? And you just another dumb nigga. You're just another buffoonic, iconic nigga.
It'll be no different than putting a chain. You know, when people make it to leave, they put these big gold chain, and they got all, instead of that money it should be in the bank working for them. They got it around their neck. They got these expensive watches and things of that nature, because we've been taught that means I'm doing well. If I can wear my money on me, I can own my own house and own my own car. But the whole time you're just putting yourself in the place of being live. People can sue you. You can be sued easily. So
it's amazing. As a young man growing up, Mother Carol will tell you, I had my own style. I had my own way.
I'm sorry, but when he was growing up, he had his own style. I love to hear about this guy's upbringing for real.
With trends in this world, nor that I would try to be like the world. I haven't had millions of dollars to deal with, but I always dealt differently than everybody else, even as a heathen. You know what I mean? So everybody else, they want to buy these nice watches and all these expensive pants, you know. But I'm like, what in the hell? I'm good with a pair of jeans. I'm good. You know what I mean? I had money. I always had a home for my family.
They're talking about owning things. Yes, Austin, isn't it crazy? You're watching. This is exactly how they convince people.
Money in the bank. And I wasn't broke, living paycheck to paycheck, but they were.
Exactly. So, I mean, it's like I see somebody here say they have a Class A. Can you have a driver's license? Yeah, you can have a driver's license. But guess what? If I'm not driving, guess where that license is going to be? At home. I'm not going to be traveling with the driver's license. You know, because I'm not doing commerce. But if I am driving, it'll be wise to have a driver's license if you're getting paid.
If you're driving, it's wise to have a driver's license if you're getting paid.
And those who are professional drivers know what I'm talking about. Like truck drivers. So if you're a truck driver and you actually are driving and you're getting paid, it'll be wise for you to have that driver's license. So you got to know how to get in and get out, how to operate inside and outside the law or the legal system. Does that make sense?
So what about the people that work in all these departments and stuff that don't know what we know? What are they supporting?
Which department, Pastor?
Like let's say the DMV.
Mm-hmm.
You know, where we go to get our tags and get our registrations and our licenses.
Well, if you're going in there, you're getting permission. So there's nothing that you talk to them about. You just don't need to go in there and get it. I mean, now the way we set up, you know, we don't necessarily be doing those things anymore. Now, if I'm a driver and I do that for a living, then I need to go in there and abide by their rules because I work in that industry.
So what happens, Elder Kabeer? What happens if we are finding ourselves, we're driving, we're traveling down the road and we're coming on a feast day and all we have on the back of our license is maybe a cross, y'all forbid, or a menorah or smiley face or even our favorite football team or whatever. What happens?
Well,
everybody in their chat is saying own nothing, control everything. So that must be their motto. So I don't see any women in that chat either. Donald Fool. It all began by him kicking Rufus and Gonzalez out, taking their wives, putting guns on them. They was telling Dowell something was wrong with him. Really? Donald, how do you know this? If you're driving a car, you have to have a driver's license. You go to jail. It doesn't matter if you're making money or not. Austin.
I can tell you, all I can tell you from my experience, nothing happens. You know, the officer will just keep on as long as you're not doing something crazy, unsafe to the public. So it's not something that, you know, we make a habit of it, just doing whatever. We just travel. They see us and they just keep on going. You know,
So
because we're not in their jurisdiction at
You
that.
think that they assume that if you're traveling like that you probably know what you're doing?
They do know. They don't mess with that because it's kind of like, the way I look at officers is officers are like modern day Vikings, right? And they're here to make money. And so when
they're modern day Vikings.
See some,
I know, and cops make so much damn money, right? Oh my God, give me a break.
I want this to be crystal clear.
Somebody with a license, they're looking to, like a thief. Is a thief going to look at the hardest thing to challenge, or are they going to go get easy money? They're going to look for they're lazy. They're going to go get easy money. So going after somebody that don't have a plate, that's a little bit more difficult because you can't even ID the person. You don't know who owns the car, who's behind the wheel. There's so much things that they have to worry about. You know, a lot of these.
There's a moderator in their chat that says Straightway Canada. So this is in Canada. I don't know if it's in any other countries.
Officers are former athletes, right?
I don't think they need to.
Or soldiers.
Huh? What'd you say?
Soldiers.
Yes, yeah, soldiers. Yeah.
Did he say most of our members are former athletes?
They're looking to, like a thief. Is a thief going to look at the hardest thing to challenge, or they're going to go get easy money? They're going to look for they're lazy. They're going to go get easy.
Did you see? He's such a pompous
like
idiot.
Day Vikings, right? And they're here to make money. And so when they see somebody with a license, they're looking to, like a thief. Is a thief going to look at the hardest thing to challenge, or they're going to go get easy money? They're going to look for they're lazy. They're going to go get easy money. So going after somebody that don't have a plate, that's a little bit more difficult because you can't even ID the person. You don't know who owns the car, who's behind the wheel. There's so much things that they have to worry about. You know, a lot of these officers are former athletes, right? And I remember
officers.
Huh? What'd you say? Yeah,
officers are former athletes or soldiers.
Yes, yeah, soldiers. Yeah. And so they don't like doing a lot of paperwork, right? So when they see somebody with a smiley face or a cross, or like you said, a menorah or something like that, that's a lot of paperwork. But when you got somebody that has a Tennessee license plate with everything read, all of the markings of commercial, man, that's easy because now that's filling the blanks. That's like just doing the SAT. You just do bubble ends, check, check, check.
It's like doing the SAT, he says. God almighty.
You have to actually write down, comma, period. You got to do a report. You got to get probable cause. You got
in the name of Jesus, Father God, Lord.
So they're going to go after the people that is set up to be taken advantage of. And the people that have license plate on their car and things of that nature, they're just set up to be taken advantage of. Now, what I'm telling you guys, if you do this, I'll give you a warning. You need to know why you're doing what you're doing, because you could do that, and you better be prepared. They may pull you over. They may find out to see how much you really know. If you don't know the law, they will walk you right out there and say it didn't work. So they never tell you if it works or doesn't work. It's all about not only doing it, but also knowing why you're doing what you're doing and be able to defend that.
In other words, I'm gonna break in here again.
Yep, break in.
In other words, if you decide to embark on this journey, which is your lawful right to do, you had better be well versed, just like you should be as an Israelite in the scripture, and you better be able to declare your rights, and not only to declare them, but you better probably more than likely be able to showcase law while you're there in that particular instance And you better be able to live it and articulate it very well. I'll say you better articulate it very well in your mind and know, because to be honest with you, you don't want to be doing a lot of talking on the side of the road.
Okay. Spike fast. The women have no birth certificates, cell phones, licenses. They are stuck on the land behind locked gates. Lots of unmarked graves. Bryson would have been 6 feet under for sure. Are they? They're trying to convince that they don't have cars. There was some thunder. Well, they say don't call yourself a sovereign citizen because it's also going to target you because they have to handwrite everything. So keep listening.
You want to? That's more for the courtroom, but the less.
Police is our friend.
No. That's Agent Smith right there for you.
See, he says the police are a friend, and he says no. So they tell them that the police are not their friend either.
That's not your friend. They just morph in. They could be a friend. They could be a public servant. And then once they know that you are their servant, they become Agent Smith. So when you deal with these officers, they can switch on you. And so you really need to know the law. The less you say, the better.
Once they know that they have jurisdiction over you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And so that's why you want to, like I said, you really need to study this stuff. So if an officer pulled me up, I'm not going to hear argue because they're buffoons. They don't know the law. The people that's doing this job, they don't know the law.
Dear God.
In the name of Jesus, Father God, Lord.
So for those that are just joining, I found them because a pastor in Indiana that is affiliated with them in Tennessee, his son was reported missing and he was beaten up allegedly by his father. And they wouldn't produce the kid. And then they raided the compound in Indiana and got Bryson out of the compound. So then I went to Straitway Ministries, and that's how I found this. Thank you for asking, Austin, and thank you for being here. Thank you, Kels. Thanks for always making us laugh. Love you, Jay. Love you too, Kels. Happy 4th of July to you. Miss Jen, is it the Sports Illustrated? Yeah, they start talking more about the Matrix. I've never seen that movie, so I'm thinking that we need to watch that in Discord. And FYI, we're not having movie night tonight. We'll be picking it up next week. We'll pick it up next week with the Matrix. Next Saturday, 7 p.m. in Discord.
They do that on purpose so that you can get into a situation where they will be a contentious situation. So you just ask them, how may I help you? Is there an emergency? And these are not key words. I'm just trying to tell you. And then once you say, am I being detained? I mean, you just can't pull somebody over because you feel like you can't just turn on your emergency light. I only pulled over because the emergency light is for an emergency. Is this an emergency? They can say, no. Go ahead.
So in other words, don't go blaring down the highway.
No.
At 95 miles an hour, say, I know my rights and I'm a sovereign citizen and blah, blah, blah. In other words, you want to be wise and not draw attention to yourself.
Yeah, and we are not sovereign citizens. That is a bad word. I'm going to tell you right now. We use the word sovereign citizen, they're trained to spot up. Because if you look up sovereign citizens, there are people that are very violent and have done some stuff. So
he's like, no, we're not them. This is Praiseland on the right. This elder Kabeer, is that his name? Kabeer? Oh, wow. You knew Kabeer before he joined this? Holy shit. Who is Kabeer? I don't watch sports. Who is Kabeer? Is he an ex-football player? I love our watch parties too. Yeah, this was last night. I watched this last night too. This is the 5th.
They're the sovereign citizens. So do not use that word. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Do not use that. I will act ignorant on that word. What is that?
let them explain that to you. But like I said, I would not recommend anybody to try this until you are truly educated on why you're doing what you're doing. And to be honest, to get to where I was, I did it piece by piece. And I was in a bad situation. I was in a situation where I lost everything. So it forced me to really understand.
See, there you go. There's the key. Ding, ding, ding. I was in a situation where I lost everything. That's how he reeled him in, I bet you. When you say, yeah, I wonder if that's what happened. Spike, is that what happened? Did he blow all his money? And then he didn't have shit?
Why did I lose everything? I became more bolder. I didn't care about losing. You gotta be willing to lose your life to save your life. But if you try to save your life, you're gonna lose your life. And so you have to have that mentality to get there.
Oh, Lord.
Right? That's the reason why I, Pastor Dowell, don't give a nickel's worth of rat's ass about the court of public opinion, what they think about me. Mm-hmm. You understand what I mean? That's why I say I got big shoulders. They may not be as big as Kabeer's, but I got big shoulders. You know what I mean? You understand what I mean?
Wow. Kabeer is a Green Bay Packer for 10 years, Hall of Famer, leading sack rusher of all time. Damn. Nope, I'll merge. All it takes is a little brainwashing. Wow, it is fascinating, Spike. Thank you for sharing. That is, what? He lives in a $10 million mansion. He's trying to sell it for $4 million to move to Tennessee when they're building this new place. Holy shit. What state is he in now? Spike, that's crazy.
I don't care about what this world thinks. The 99%, like you said, of the world are dumb, stupid, and ignorant. They're not informed. They don't even know how to function in this life. They're going off emotions and feelings. They're not a people that is well educated or well versed in what they are doing.
Okay, so Spike says Kabeer found Straitway and his wife and 8 kids left him because he went nuts. He talks about them in this video. He says, I'm no longer a dad. I'm a father. Wow. I'm so glad his wife didn't get drug into this.
Mm-hmm. They don't know. So you always look at Yahshua. He did not do one sin. Mm-mm. And yet they found him guilty. Of what? Nothing. And still crucified him. Just because the populace didn't want him.
Do you still talk to him, Spike?
That's what we are as Israelites. Yahshua never had any trouble with Pilate, the Romans. When it came time, well, you need to pay your taxes. Hey, y'all, go down there and get that fish, get that corn out of the fish, and I'll give it to him. He had no trouble with the world and the system of his world at all. He didn't start shit with the world. He was concerned about his people.
Man, you hear that thunder here?
Trying to get them right, kingdom-minded. And the majority of people in this world is not kingdom-minded. Elder Kabeer, I got to keep breaking in like this.
No, but it's so interesting when I just thought about it right now that even when they were dealing with Yeshua, right? The whole thing that they were dealing, remember it went from the Pharisees to the priests to Pontius Pilate to King Herod. They were trying to figure out who has jurisdiction because they
kept going back and forth.
They're going back and like, hey, I don't want to touch,
get back over there.
Exactly. And everybody's trying to figure, hey, he's in the wrong office.
Thank you, Blank.
Go back to King Herod. King Herod said, no, we're not dealing with this stuff.
And so eventually, don't have nothing to do with this man.
So they found a way to eventually, do what they got to do. But
yeah, I feel like he's kind of compromised. I feel like this guy's a little compromised intellectually. And I'm not saying that to be mean. But you have to be weak to be duped. And let me just say, Dowell, he looks like from his eyes up, he looks like a 5-year-old.
At the end of the day, Pastor, really we've been taught to, from when we were little children in school, they gave us little ID cards. We signed our name. We had hall monitors. I don't know if you're in your generation, but in my generation, they have hall monitors. If you're running in the hallway with your natural God-given speed, you got a ticket, you got written up.
Okay. All right. So this was our ticket in
Yeah, I think he's going to be an investor in the new properties they're building.
my day. There were no hall monitors. You got called out in the hallway and you wasn't supposed to be there.
Oh, you got
to have a justified reason. You got the paddle on your ass. That's what you got.
You was in that generation.
See, they think it's funny. So he's not worried about Bryson. Yeah, they're not worried about Bryson.
They gave us little ID cards. We signed our name. We had hall monitors. I don't know if you're in your generation, but in my generation, they have hall monitors. If you're running in the hallway with your natural God-given speed, you got a ticket, you got written up.
Okay. All right. So this was our ticket in my day. There were no hall monitors. You got called out in the hallway and you wasn't supposed to be there.
Oh, you got
to have a justified reason. You got the paddle on your ass. That's what you got.
So you was in that generation.
That's the generation I'm in. That's why I keep telling you, I'm disconnected from this generation.
Yeah, in my generation, I'm only 10 years behind.
Yeah, but just because it happened in our generation doesn't make it okay, right? There's a lot of things that happen that it isn't, okay to continue. Like we can learn that some things are just a little too extreme. We can learn to maybe take our time and slow down and talk to our kids instead of paddling their ass, right?
Deputize students like us. They deputized and made them hall monitors. And so these are the people that, writ you up. And then if you need to go to the bathroom, you had to get a permission. The teacher would give you a hall pass, a license to be able to go from the room to the bathroom. Hey, here's my hall monitor. Here's my driver's license. So they trained us as we got older how to operate in this.
In my day, it was just simply, you raise your hand. Ms. Zuccarella, yeah, I got to go to the bathroom.
Oh,
okay. Hurry up, Chucky.
See,
that was it.
Yeah, here you have to have a slip. You have to have a permission slip.
Well, see, the difference with us back then.
Interesting question, Amy.
We had heat on our ass. We got paddled.
Yeah. Corporate punishment. Yeah. Teachers are giving it to you.
Yeah, y'all. Yeah. They talk. Y'all.
They think it's funny as hell. We
had heat on us.
And teachers didn't get sued for doing that, right?
Oh, no. I tell you what, if teachers got sued, they got to dig every last one of them up from the grave, judge their ass, put them in prison, then let them die again so they can be justified.
Oh my good. But I'll just say, guys, at the end of the day, just know if I can just encourage people tonight.
Elder, the biggest sin in my day was growing up is if you chew bubble gum in class, that was the end of it right there.
Really?
If you got caught chewing bubble gum, it's game over. It's game over. Your ass not only get suspended, you get an ass whooping the paddling, and then you get suspended, and then your mom and dad are gonna be told about
it. Don't you think he's being a little dramatic? And Spike Racing, thank you for all of your info in chat. I'm really enjoying the information. It's so interesting to me.
Now you can slap a teacher and nothing can do. It's different now. Bubblegum means nothing now. Now you can talk back to the teacher. Man, it's different. Now that was not my time. We couldn't do that with teachers, but I saw the evolution of that. But Pastor, if I could just say, man, the biggest thing is if I can encourage people that from here on out,
if you're
hearing my voice, listen up. If you're hearing my voice, the next time you sign a contract, I know what I'm about to say is gonna be so tedious. Read it twice, sign it once. Read it twice, see how that's gonna be. People's not gonna have time. And people feel like, well, I gotta sign right now. Just say, hey, I gotta take this home, or can I get a copy of the contract I'm gonna sign tomorrow, or I would like to take this to know what's on there and read it, and look at what you're about to sign, and you'll be amazed what's in that contract. That's they adhesion contract. They call it adhesion contract. They put things on there that has nothing to do with what you're signing for, but they're putting all these stuff in there. There was a guy I just saw a video.
His beer.
Maybe I'll put it on my channel. There was a guy that actually signed. He sold his house, and he was about to. He sold his house, about to move into his house, and the people canceled and said, "Hey, we're not going to sell you this house anymore." He became homeless. He just sold his home to move into a new home. They were a part of the whole building process and everything. And the guy canceled. And in the contract, it says we can cancel for convenience. And he signed it. And he tried to go and sue them. And
whoa, I felt the floor move on that one. Hi, titties. The guy talking is Elder. I can't remember his name. Kabeer. Elder Kabeer. He was so cheap back in the day, he wouldn't buy glasses and couldn't see signs on the walls, and I would read them to him when he was in the Christian church. We got along. I don't have any issues with him. Kabeer is an athlete who made millions. That doesn't mean you're intelligent. He's slow. Dowell didn't create Straitway. He took it over from R.G. Stair when he got locked up for abusing children in SA with underage girls. So Dowell was already there, though? Like he was living there, though? I know. I don't know what all those papers are. That's what I was wondering. Lewis says Dowell targets NFL players. He uses their money to expand his ministry. Did you hear it? Yeah, Elder Kabeer on the right and Pastor Dowell on the left. Kabeer is in Wisconsin and Dowell is in Tennessee, and Bryson Muir and his parents are in Indiana. Yes, Kabeer, I won't forget it now.
he couldn't sue them because he agreed that they can cancel for convenience
In that contract.
and it happened to be somebody that looked like me.
Is it dishonest? Yes. Is it immoral? Yes.
What does he mean? It happened to be someone that looked like me. Is that what happened with his house? Did he get an offer and someone back out?
Yes. Is it unjust? Yes.
Is it legal?
Is it unethical? Yes. Is it legal? Yes. So all we're trying to do is we're trying to teach y'all how not to be iconic buffoons. You got so-called pastors and preachers and teachers out there telling you you don't own your own land. Why in the hell you want to do that? I don't own one damn piece of land. I've been living 57 years on this earth and I don't own one damn blade of grass.
Look at Kabeer. Straitway, Arkansas, too? Oh, Lord have mercy.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Stay safe, Kels. Yes, Dowell was on the compound, but R.G. Stair created a lot of it. Dowell just took it to the next level since he's black, and Stair is an old white guy who talked like Herbert on Family Guy. Oh, my God. I got to look this guy up now. R.G. Stair. I can't believe these. I mean, I have never heard of this. This is freaking frightening. That was in Tennessee. Brother Stair. He's dead. Gay bashing preacher hit with sex charges in 2002. Oh, that's Gordon Stair. Is that him? Ralph Gordon? A nutty radio preacher. He had airtime on AM stations. He started the Overcomer. That's how they started. Overcomers. Oh, I'm going to have to watch this one later. Pastor Charles Dowell speaks on R.G. Stair. This is going to be a whole nother rabbit hole. So he died in 2021. Sayonara. Here's his deposition. Oh, damn. I got a rabbit hole to look into now. Look at it pulled upstairs. Where can I find a picture of this guy? Oh, South Carolina. Wow. For years, Stair has asked Americans to sell their possessions, leave the cities, and come join his community, which until recently had about 100 members in Canadas near Walterboro, South Carolina. Now, former members who have reportedly turned over amounts ranging up to $500,000 to Stair are saying they were deceived. The former members describe a world in which sex between married couples is allowed only if specifically authorized by Stair. Television, alcohol, tobacco, sugar, and profanity are outlawed, as is laughter. Laughter? Members are allowed no money and are discouraged from communicating with outside friends or family. Many have accused Stair of engaging in numerous sexual liaisons with young women. Sexual liaisons? He is very cunning, very artful, and very practiced. Gross. What did this creep look like? Yes, I would love to have Spike on. We should have Spike on for another episode. If you'd be willing to, Spike. Let's do it. Spike, will you email me? Let's set it up for another day. I want to see what this guy looks like. Ew. Come on. That was his mugshot when he was arrested in 2017. Brother Stair. Yeah. I would love to have him on. Hey, Granny. Spike, will you email me and we can set something up? You can spill the beans. I would love it. Love it. It would be so interesting. Oh, God, that's disturbing. Okay, let's finish this video out. Oh, gosh.
Creep town, dude.
That guy started it all. And here I thought, I watched like a little short video on like how they started. And I thought, oh, maybe they just started as, innocent people who just wanted to live off the grid. Fuck, I was trying to give them the benefit of the doubt. And it's always pedophilia. Always. Always. What happened? Always involves pedophilia. So, in your opinion, Spike, do you, thank you, Flo. In your opinion, Spike, do you think that they're going to be investigated because of the Bryson thing? Oh, man, Ganja. It sounds like a rabbit hole. Miss Jen, thank you. Just love you and all the awareness of all this. Thank you, Miss Jen. I know. You never know what you're going to uncover when you start digging into these things. We got to get the chat back. Okay, here we go. Thank you, Spike. I appreciate you a lot.
Own land. Why in the hell you want to do that? I don't own one damn piece of land. I've been living 57 years on this earth, and I don't own one damn blade of grass. Man. What the hell? Is there something wrong? But yet and still, my ass is sitting on a blade of grass.
And the beauty about what we're doing here at Straitway Pastor with community is that community allows us to even live more so private. We can be in the private because we have a right to gather. We have the right to assemble. We have the right to our own religious belief. We have the right, the freedom of speech. We have these freedoms. But can you do it individualistically? Yeah, you can be an individual and try to do it, but you won't be as impactful and powerful as a collective as opposed to doing it as individuals.
Y'all hear
There's
that?
more power.
Hear that? So they get out there and they get butthurt and get offended. Well, you don't own nothing. You don't. First of all, I broke it down a couple.
We're gonna get a testimony from a member in a minute. He's gonna set this member in this chair and ask him some questions. Y'all, it's weird.
Are we not Israelites? Yes or no? As Israelites, are we not in exile to our Yah?
Yes.
Do we have a temple here on this earth to where we can go and worship? No. Our body is the temple of the Holy Spirit. There's no house in Jerusalem to where we can go and sacrifice and give offerings and get repentance and atonement of sin. Am I right? So therefore, we're in exile to Yah, just like the law and the prophets already claim. So for us to own a state, like that damn place over there called Israel, that's against Yah's law. Uh-oh. See what I'm talking about? So we're just stranger and pilgrims. We're passing through, knowing how to navigate in this land. So let me ask y'all a question. Is it better for you individually as families to go out and to pay rent? And I want you to deal with that word. Pay rent. You hear that?
Pay rent.
Or a mortgage.
So it sounds like he's kind of grooming this elder Kabeer to be a pastor at some new camp he's building or something. This is what I'm gathering from it.
You take 50% of your income to keep a roof over your head. Do you pay another portion for transportation and then food? What do you got left over? Watch this. Or is it better for you to join collectively with Israelites that are one heart, one mind, one soul, and spirit? We pool it together and we continue to keep buying more lands, expand to keep building more homes, more houses, expanding the homes of Israelites. And mind you, there's never, ever, ever, we have never, ever, ever in the history of Straitway, and we talking about a ministry that's 30 years. Teach, you got to vouch for me here if I'm telling the truth or if I'm lying. We have never, ever kicked one person off of the land.
Okay, that's disturbing. That's fucking disturbing. So obviously it doesn't matter what the fuck you do. It doesn't matter what you do. There's no boundaries here. They've never kicked anyone out. Have they ever let anyone go willingly? That's the question. That's the $1 million question. Have they ever let anyone go willingly? How do people get out of here? No, his name isn't on the land. They transferred it all over to this LLC. I know, it's insane. It's totally insane.
True.
Wow.
Did y'all hear what I said?
They've left on them.
Y'all in a minute. We've never done it.
I know that, Donald. He said, I know because I've been listening to others online with some former members talking out. What pastors, ministers have machine guns and gun men in their churches? Look at the services. They have a armed man in the dining hall.
So is it better to pool and take all the Israelites, put the resources together, and then you, under the auspices of a righteous man, not some thieving, lying, conniving ass fleecer of a flock of y'all that would enrich his own damn selves? I told you, I'm getting ready to close on some land right down here. 15 acres. And I got another brother that's going in on another 10. That's 25 acres we're getting ready to close on.
Hear that? You want to hear that again, Tennessee? They're expanding.
They've left on them.
Y'all in a minute. We've never done it. So is it better to pool and take all the Israelites, put the resources together, And then you, under the auspices of a righteous man, not some thieving, lying, conniving ass fleecer of a flock of y'all that would enrich his own damn selves. I told you, I'm getting ready to close on some land right down here. 15 acres. And I got another brother that's going in on another 10. That's 25 acres. We're getting ready to close
25.
On. Right here. And I'm going to build 2 homes on that land. Me and the Israelites. 2 nice big homes on that land down there. And when the Israelites move in there, guess what? No mortgage. No rent. Guess what they can do? They can live in that place, bring in some income, help expand Israel so we can buy more land.
See? They put you to work so they can keep expanding this shit.
Maybe so these daughters can marry this son. Them lying ass people, man, out here. Look at the devil, and the devil is a goddamn liar.
That's an oxymoron, right? A goddamn liar. The devil's a goddamn liar.
You see what I'm talking about? And because good words, fair speech, they deceive the heart of some, they try to guide and misguide your mind down a certain path because they don't have it. And they don't have the integrity of heart to do it. Yet they appeal to your flesh.
Look at the chat.
And you go running with it.
100%.
See what I mean?
Say it again, Pastor.
Is that not remarkable and amazing? Come here, Elder, come here. Pay rent. Parent.
Parent.
So pay rent, parent is what they're comparing it to.
I'm not a parent anymore.
I'm not a parent. That's what he said. I'm not a parent anymore. The fuck does that even mean?
Elder, you got a lot of children.
Not anymore. I got out of that contract. I'm just a father.
Wait, what the hell? So is he talking about his wife, leaving his wife? Wow. This dude left his wife and how many children? 8 children behind? See, I didn't know that story when I heard this.
Is that not remarkable and amazing? Come here, Elder, come here. Pay rent. Parent.
Parent. I'm not a parent anymore.
Wait a minute. But Elder, you got a lot of children.
Not anymore. I got out of that contract. I'm just a father with sons and daughters. I have no more children. I'm legally single for the rest of my life.
But don't you got goats? Don't you got kids?
I'm trying to get some kids. Dad, I am trying to personally get to be nice to get some good milk, some goat milk, some kid milk.
Wow.
But I don't have those other kids,
Is anybody hearing what we said? See, because unless we get out here and
so he's probably wanted for child support. What a POS, in my opinion, allegedly. Hi, Pearl. Good to see you. That's so scary, isn't it?
Present it the right way. And if you only have limited information, your mind has already been conditioned up to this world. And so those that are Satan, they depend on that conditioning. They don't depend on the righteousness of Yah to where you can be at liberty and be free. Because when I'm gone and done, I can't take all this with me. Are you following me? I can't. I got a big ass gap between myself and his Kaya. You understand what I mean? How in the hell he gonna set up? I'm gonna put up a little bitty boy over all this. Ain't no way. Anyway, whatever. Believe what you want to believe.
I will say this, Pastor. One of the easiest ways to live private is being on community. That's one that you could do that quick. See, I see all these questions on here, and people don't know it takes time. It took me 2 years of just diligently studying.
There's no questions in this chat. What the hell is he talking about? The only thing that's being said in this chat, teach us, Elder, it's time. Time for Israel to know this and study this truth, our body. Invest in yourself. Praise Yahweh, Father is right. There's no fucking questions for you. Nobody wants to know how to get into this.
And when I say study, it's not reading. It's actually going through it, testing it out, making mistakes. Okay, that didn't work. Oh, this worked. Oh, okay. I mean, sometimes it requires you to get arrested. Sometimes it requires you to get tasered. I mean,
in other words, to be inconvenient.
You got to be. It's a lifestyle, guys. This is not something that you.
Who was tasered? Kabeer or the other guy? Here's his house for sale. Here's Kabeer's house. Holy shit. 14 bedrooms and 21 bathrooms? Are you fucking kidding me? Oh, y'all, this dude is brainwashed bad. It's worth 26 million. Or wait. Sorry. Nope, it's worth 3.7 million. Oh, so he's asking more than what it's worth currently. Sorry, I read that wrong. I thought it was 20. Never mind. Almost $4 million. This frickin' flag say, I wonder. Is he living in this house currently? Or is it empty? What a waste. I mean, a whole family's house gone. It seems really low, doesn't it? For all this house? God almighty. He refused to sign divorce papers and they were going to lock him up, but he fought and they tased him and then he signed them. Oh my God. Is there body cam? Can we FOIA? 30 people live here? This is the compound of the guy I saw that did the review in his car. He lives here. So he moved all these people into his family home. His poor kids. They had murals. How sad. I mean, I'm glad that the kids are safe and the wife is safe from that mess. But damn, what a spread. Damn. This is insane. Oh, how the other half live. Look at the playroom. Now it's a compound. Yes, Sin, where they were playing the horn. Yes. Hi, sweet Melissa. No, sweet Melissa, if you have any videos to send me, please send them in email. It's $300 a week for alcohol, Pearl. Kicked his kids and wife out and move these people in. Unbelievable. I haven't seen any videos on anyone except for the one guy that lives in this place here. That's the only video I've seen. Look at, he's got, oh my God. So yeah, this is where they were blowing the horn and having that festival. So let's think about this. If DHS raided the compound in Indiana and found a bunch of kids that they're looking into, don't you think that there's going to be a full-out investigation into kids at these other places? And how much time are they going to give them to prepare for something? You know what I'm saying? If they have all these different compounds and undocumented children. Nobody even knows how many kids they've had. I mean, this house, it just keeps going and going and going. What's with the, is that like a room to wash your dog or something? What is that? Yeah, this is what you get when you suck, right? Or, oh no, he's on the Hall of Fame. Oh no, this is the Hall of Faith. No, someone said he was pretty good, right? And you know what else is weird? Remember, not to talk about, off topic, but I covered like a year ago, Joe Namath, who was another NFL guy, and he had these weird camps for boys. I haven't seen it, Melissa. If you could send me it, that'd be great. I mean, this is insane. I never even heard of this guy. A saltwater pool, 11 acres. I wonder how many cars he has that he sold. There's the damn entrance and exit. That's insane. Huh. All right, let's get back to Kabeer and Dowell.
You can continue your selfish lifestyle and then think you're going to come this way. You're going to have to take risks.
You got to fight for your right to party.
Yeah, but one of the easiest and fastest way I've seen is being on community with the community is operating in the private. That will solve a lot. Everybody at Straitway Praiseland is living in the private. Living in the private.
Y'all hear that? Y'all get that? Boy, when Jordan gave that testimony, boy, he sure did look oppressed, didn't he? He looked like
he doesn't own anything.
He don't own nothing.
But he has all the benefits.
Isn't that amazing? And I'm gonna say it again. Teacher Shane, vouch for me now. No, you get your ass up here and testify on camera. I'll get up here, teacher. We're gonna get an eyewitness account. Sit down right there. Right there, teacher.
Oh, here you go. This is the eyewitness.
All right, you're on the seat, hot seat.
Hallelujah.
Teacher Shane, 30 years we've been doing this shit, right?
Yes.
Teacher Shane, for 30 years.
30
interrogation.
years.
We're interrogating him, all right? Teacher Shane. Have you ever put anybody out the community?
No.
Have you ever heard of anybody being put out the community?
No.
You look like you put somebody out the community.
No.
Why did they leave the community?
Okay, so what do we see here that's really disturbing? I don't know if I believe this guy's been there for 30 years. Maybe he has. But do they not have dental work there? Because this is concerning to me. He looks like an addict. He looks like an addict to me. And he's so aggressive. Like, what the? This guy's clearly afraid. I mean, I can just tell it's fear. It's not respect, Pastor Dowell. That's not respect. That's fear.
In
on their own accord.
Thank you, Teach. We rest our case.
Yes, Tiffany. Yes. In my last video about these guys, I talked about the land in Tennessee, but he just talked about another 25 acres in Tennessee that they are going to be purchasing. It's in the works. So here, let's watch that eyewitness account, he calls it.
I'll get up here, Teach. We're going to get an eyewitness account. Sit down right there. Right there, Teach. All right, Teacher Shane. All right, you're on the seat, hot seat.
Hallelujah.
Teacher Shane, 30 years we've been doing this shit, right?
Yes.
Teacher Shane, for 30 years.
30 years.
Interrogation. We interrogating him, all right? Teacher Shane. Have you ever put anybody out the community?
No.
Have you ever heard of anybody being put out the community?
No.
You look like you put somebody out the community.
No.
Why did they leave the community then?
On their own accord.
Thank you, Teach.
Why did they leave the community? He said on their own accord. Most people who come to him have been homeless. That's exactly what I thought. And I said that in the beginning of this video. That they prey on people that have nothing. I don't know. This guy it's crazy.
We rest our case. Yes, sir. Y'all hear this? Nobody has ever been put off of the community. Never. In the 30 years. Some of you ain't even 30 years old. What is really going on? I'm going to tell you what. I think somebody's touring around and playing around your mind. You better know the voice of Satan and his ministers. Let's go to 2 Corinthians chapter 4 real quick, man. We won't get that to read 1 through 4.
Oh,
you better know Satan and his ministers, and you better know who the righteous are.
Okay, wait for it. There's a guy in the background that's going to be reading these scriptures. Wait for it.
You better know. And you better know a lot of these weak-ass people out here who say, well, everything is going on with straight. It looks bad. By who omission? If that was the case, then when Yahshua got crucified, it looked bad. When Paul got killed, before he wrote his second letter to Timothy, that looks bad. It did it by who? Who does it look bad by? The uninformed, the ignorant, the stupid, the belligerent.
I know, Cricket. Me either.
Yeah. 2 Corinthians chapter 4, right?
Yes.
Oh yeah, you go ahead, man. You know that's it.
Therefore,
here we go.
The Holy Spirit be on, man. Be touching on stuff, man. When the Spirit of y'all be leading, come on, teach.
Therefore, seeing we have this ministry,
we got what?
This ministry.
We got this ministry. Seeing therefore we have this ministry, we what?
As we have received mercy.
So I received mercy. Elder Kabeer received mercy. All the brothers have received mercy. And because we have received mercy, we what?
We faint not.
We don't sit up and get shaken and shit. Shit is bad. I'm just trying to tell you. I'm talking about Yah. You don't even know what the hell Yah is. You ain't living set apart from him. You dealing in fear and terror.
What?
You don't even know what it is to trust Yah. All these weak ass people out here talking about, I know Yah. No, you don't. You ain't sacrificed shit, and you're still in debt. And you're gonna be a voice out here of confidence for y'all's people. Man, shut up and sit down. Sit down and shut up. Let somebody stand up and speak who've been there and done it. It's your fault, Teacher Shane. You got me stirred up on this shit, man. Just like, so you start this. Teacher Shane, start this. Read on.
But have renounced the hidden things of dishonesty.
Hey, Elder, I'm sure you can speak on that. That's what's really taking place, though, right?
Yes, yeah. That's it. Hidden things, dishonesty. I tell you, we got wizards.
Y'all hear this? Literally have renounced the hidden things of dishonesty. Before you can know what's dishonest and what's hidden, you've got to be truthful.
Yep.
And if you don't know what truth is, there's no way you can discover what is hidden.
Exactly.
Or what is dishonest. Truth always is the light. and the light shines into the darkness, and the light reveals the things that are hidden.
The truth will set you free.
Say it again.
The truth will set you free.
See what I mean?
Say it again. Oh my God.
Always is the light, and the light shines into the darkness, and the light reveals the things that are hidden.
The truth will set you free.
Say it again.
The truth will set you free.
See what I mean?
It's in the doing. It's in the doing that you actually start seeing. Like, whoa, I didn't see. Wow. It reveals everything when you walking in truth.
It's disturbing to me. I mean, listen, I'm telling y'all, Israel, come to grips with yourself and realize you're not strong enough to hear and receive a lot of bad information. You need to realize that about yourself. If you're easily shaken on bad information, how is it that you forgot these people who've been living in front of you all these years? Shit, I can go from here to Galatians 6:1. I mean, you get Galatians 6:1. Found out that while he's reading this, man. I mean, really, think about this for a second. Man, oh, T3.
Fire.
Not walking in craftiness.
Y'all hear that? We're not doing like a lot of these smooth talkers that don't use no scripture for their opinion. They're using crafty, worldly counsel. They're walking in it, immersing themselves in it. Come on.
Nor handling.
The what?
Did he say daddy?
No, if they so confident, bring their ass out in front of every damn body. Don't have no camera. Pastor Dowell right here. All you theologians, you doctors, you self-appointed pastors and preachers and teachers and every damn body think you something. Come on.
Come on.
Warriors!
Come out and
play. I want to play. And I'm not the type of person to take my ball home because things ain't going my way. Uh-oh. Come on, T.
But by manifestation of the truth.
What do we do?
Commending ourselves to every man's conscience.
How we do it, though?
In the sight of Yah.
Now, y'all know good and damn well, when you listen to Pastor Dowell, this is not the method and the mode that anybody wants to listen to Yah about. It's much more easier to listen to these damn smooth talkers and these deceivers. Man, that's more acceptable. Like Michael Israel said, I'm coming straight down the middle. I ain't got no deception from it. This is what it is. Cut and dry. Choose. You got the red pill and the blue pill. Pick one, damn it.
Black or white.
You the option. All I offer you is the truth. I'm not going to tell you which one to pick.
What the fuck?
That's your choice.
No, I have him sped up a little bit. I'll put him on normal. It's pretty fast. Sped up just 1.25.
That's simple. Go to Galatians 6:1. Thumb to that.
It says, brother, if a man be overtaken in a fault, ye which are spiritual, restore such a one in the spirit of meekness.
Keep going.
Considering thyself.
Go on.
You also
and keep reading.
Bear ye one another's burdens. So fulfill the law of Messiah.
Keep going.
You guys, if you haven't hit the like button, hit it now. At least because I watched this last night and I'm having to watch it again. You asked me for more, so I watched it and now I'm watching it again. Can you hit that like button, please? Thank you.
For if a man think himself to be something when he is nothing, he deceiveth himself.
Stop! If a man thinking himself to be what?
Something.
When he is
nothing.
He does what?
He deceives himself.
There's a lot of people out there that's on his high haul. They ain't shit. Galatians 3:1. They ain't there. Galatians 3:1.
All foolish Galatians.
All foolish Americans.
Who has bewitched you?
Who have done what?
Bewitched.
Who have put some witchcraft on you? Who have put some hoodoo on you?
Hoodoo?
Some hoodoo or boo-boo on you?
Boo-boo?
Who has deceived you? Who have misled you? That you should what?
That you should not obey the truth.
But
before
and
whose eyes Messiah has been evidently set forth crucified among you.
All right, so here's the acid question. Read.
I learned of you.
Here we go. Now listen, I'm gonna ask all of Israel. All of Israel. I want y'all to listen. I'm gonna slow this down right now.
Slow down.
I'm gonna ask this. This only have I learned of you. Read.
Receive you, the Spirit, by the works of the law, or by the hearing of faith.
So how many of y'all actually received the Spirit of truth when you heard Pastor Dowell? The hearing of faith. Because you was doing everything you could to obey Jesus, and it wasn't good enough. These other so-called people, you didn't come to Messiah because they had the Spirit of truth operating through them.
Sin.
And I'm gonna say, I myself ain't nothing.
Someone whistled.
The one who saw it, he ain't nothing. The one who planted ain't nothing either.
Amen.
But if the one who gives the increase, he's everything. He is everything. Now, then he goes on to say, are you so foolish? Haven't begun in the spirit that you are now made perfect in the flesh? Bullshit. Ain't no way. You get it?
Kabeer doesn't drink.
You got some people up here trying to fleece your spirit.
He's drinking
from
tea.
the one you should be listening to. To listen to them who have produced zero.
I think he's put out another video
That'd be
today
like you
too.
listening to Judas or Demas or Diopetres or Hananiah or Korah, Dathan, and Abiram. I can break down history all over the place. So are you so foolish, having begun in the spirit, that you are now made perfect by the flesh? I'm gonna put it like this, man. Yahshua got this thing figured out. He set it forth.
Yes, 300 a week on
He put it in
alcohol.
motion. And here we are.
I'll show you guys that
today.
video after this.
The day you heard Yah's voice, you didn't hear physically Yah's voice, but in the spirit, your spirit man heard Yah's voice.
I'm
And in
confused
that
too because he's
day,
drunk.
You realize what predestination was. I'm going to capitalize on this two more. Did y'all hear what I said? You realize what predestination was. See, you've been living this life all this time doing everybody else. Sometimes you even fear religion just because you didn't want to go to no living, burning hell because you didn't want to be, hey, you don't want to go no hell. Why burn up and stuff? So you try to be a good little person like Elder Kabeer did, good little Christian there. I mean, I thought he read the book 8 times. He read the book 8 times. He's a good little Christian. But no, when this Messiah came, he became real to you. No, you heard a man, just like people heard Moses, but you wasn't hearing the man, neither did they hear Moses. You heard the voice of Yah. Because when that man got finished and left off speaking, there was nothing but you and the spirit of Yah. That's why he said, are you so damn foolish? Having begun in the spirit that you now make perfect in the flesh.
Hallelujah.
Don't give me that. Yah's the one dealing with you. He is the one that led you. He said, my sheep, they hear my voice. What's his voice? When a man is speaking his word. Whose word? I say when a man is speaking his word. That man, that's not his word. That's his word. And they hear that voice. And they follow him. Ooh. And again, neither he that soweth is anything. Neither he that watereth is anything. But Yah that give the increase. See what I'm talking about? See what I'm talking about? See, man, never mind. Oh, he's still good. All the time he's good. So, Israelites, we don't have kids, Elder Kabeer?
Well, I don't have kids, but some people may have kids.
Wow. There he goes again.
Children.
I used to have children. I had 8 of them. 8 of them. And the government took them away.
Oh, this is wise.
Because they had the authority to do so. You know why? If you read, do you want to read Exodus 34, Pastor? Can we have?
We gotta finish. Oh, yeah, please, by all means.
Because I can tell you what happens when you have children. If you read that.
Here we go.
Yeah. Let's start at 34, verse 10. It gets real juicy by the time we get to 12.
Yep.
Come on, read it. Come on with it. Come on with it, teach.
And he said, behold, I make a covenant.
An agreement. Come on.
Before all your people, I will do marvels, such as have not been done in all the earth.
Ooh, somebody say thank you, Jesus.
Thank you, Jesus.
I have lived. If I don't ever see another miracle from Jesus, I'm well past convinced and done. I have literally seen the dead come to life. I've seen hands severed to the bone with all of every single bit of this cut like this, and just hands laid on and put back together, and he's still living today.
Hallelujah.
Man, I've seen so much in my lifetime that he got to do nothing. I'm good. I believe him anyway.
Witness.
Come on.
Nor in any nation, and all the people among which you are shall see the work of Yah.
I feel like I'm watching like a middle school play. Look at Kabeer's face.
Is a terrible thing that I will do with you. Observe, you that which I command you this day. Behold, I drive out before you the Amorite and the Canaanite and the Hittite, Perizzite, Hivite, and Jebusite. Take heed to yourself.
Man, this word, I just love this word so much, man. I be hearing this law, man. I have to hold back tears. Come on.
Always.
Oh, dear God.
Yourself, lest you make a covenant with the inhabitants of the land whither you go. Lest it be for a snare in the midst of you.
Y'all hear this?
It's a snare. That contract will be a snare.
Come on.
But you.
He needs an Academy Award for this performance.
Shall destroy their altars.
Now let's bring it up to modern day. When you own your so-called your land, it ain't your land. When you know how to possess the land, then you destroy the altars. Come on.
Yes.
Break their images. Cut down their groves. For you shall worship no other mighty ones. For Yah,
He's a jealous.
whose name is jealous, is a jealous Elohim.
Keep reading, T. Keep reading. Keep on reading.
Lest you make a covenant with the inhabitants of the land.
Y'all hearing this, sons? Y'all hearing this? Come on.
And they go a-whoring after their mighty ones. And do sacrifice unto their mighty ones.
He's like,
one call you, and you eat of his sacrifice. And you take of their daughters to your sons, and their daughters go a-whoring after their mighty ones.
It's in the water.
And make your sons go a-whoring after their mighty ones.
Y'all understand this, right? Y'all get this? The Most High God don't want us fooling with these folks. We got enough that's going on in Israel. We good to go. Just exercise some patience and some restraint. Get a hold of your damn flesh and stop acting like you damn heathens and banting these damn Gentiles out here. Y'all's good. All the time good. Hey, so y'all write down this. I'm going to give y'all a couple of scripts I want y'all to read for your own selves, and then we're going to go ahead and call the broadcast. Elder Kabeer, man, we do appreciate you coming on up there from the least state of Wisconsin.
I hope I gave you guys something of value, like my brother was saying.
Oh, boy, did you. And then you have to understand, you already know it, man. When people have not heard this, and mind you, people, listen, you just got your toe wet in the water. You have not yet learned how to swim. Just because you put your foot in the water don't mean you know how to swim.
Over 200,000.
You need to learn how to navigate. You need to know how to breathe. Man, hey, yeah, I'm getting there. And you need to know how to immerse yourself. Well, Pastor, anyway.
You know, Pastor, can I say something real quick? You know, so when I see people want to come this way to ask me questions, they want things quick. They want to do it, but they're not willing to take the pain. You know how it took me to get where I'm at? I took the painstaking time. I tested it out. I went back. I got that wrong. Okay, I got this right. I did it. But everybody just want quick. It's not like that. You're going to have to take the time to get free. Just like you said, Pastor. Remember when you said you got the 501c? How easy was it for you to get a 501c?
Oh, easy.
Easy. How hard was it to get out?
Hell. It cost me $500. I got it for free. $500 to get out plus legal.
Illegal. So you can.
He says illegal.
So it was easy for us to get in, but it's gonna be excuse my word, but it's gonna be a bitch to get out. So we really got to understand.
When I hear Kabeer talk, I feel like I'm watching an Eddie Murphy skit.
How to get out of this stuff. This is not this. So the stuff we talked about is not enough for you to go out and say, okay, this is what you heard today. So I'm giving you warning. I'm putting this on notice or disclaimer. Don't not take it
into practice without knowing what we know.
Exactly. There's a lot more.
You just got information. But what they're start declaring shit and bucking up like you, the soul of you don't know. You still have a lot to learn.
And me that I know how this thing works. You don't see me challenge. I respect them. They respect us. So you don't want to go in there and rub it. Nah. I got you. The rules don't.
Look at Dowell. He can't help it. He said, nah.
Me challenge. I respect them. They respect us. So you don't want to go in there and rub it. Nah. I got you. This is not. The rules don't care after that. So you don't disrespect them. They're not gonna respect you. You just do what you got to do. We keep the commandments of Yah. So for the chance of us to ever get in trouble with the law should be slim to none. Now, when you start dealing with other people or going outside, you got to deal wisely. It's kind of like the Matrix. When they was in there, they had their way of living. When they went out, they had to operate a certain way when they went into the public. So when you go into the public, you got to act a certain way. And then you come back in. So you got to know how to go in and out. And we got to teach our young, like my sons and my daughter, they're born outside the Matrix. I got to teach them how to live outside the Matrix. They're never going to be in the Matrix like we were. So that's a good movie, too. That Matrix is a good.
I'm telling you, man, that's prophetic like you wouldn't believe.
I've never seen The Matrix. So next Saturday at 7 Eastern p.m., we're going to watch The Matrix in Discord. I've never seen it. I know people can't believe I've never seen it. I have not seen many movies. Where is the na? Somebody needs to clip that. Here it is.
Me challenge. I respect them. They respect us. So you don't want to go in there and rub it. Nah. I got you. This is not that. The rules don't care after that. shit. Man, that
somebody done cracked the code and told everybody what the hell is going on, but everybody too busy loving deceit, blindness. I'm like, man, these people are telling the truth of what the hell is going on.
Hey, Pastor, we'll be the ones that have the stuff in the back of our head because we were born in the matrix. But then, like your son, my son, guess what? They don't have that because they never was in the matrix. And so they can operate and they're going to stay free the whole time. And we're creating an environment. Community is like the Nebuchadnezzar. It's going to be the thing that's going to allow everybody to be able to operate in free and be able to be free and serve the Most High Yah.
Free.
So I'm excited, Pastor. What we're trying to do, we're just trying to seek the old path. We're trying to get back, and we're the generation that's going to we have to set it up so that the generations after us can be able to live free until Yeshua comes back.
And we're making sure we're fulfilling the word.
Learn how to go in and out.
And peaceable life.
That's it.
It's just that some people don't want us at peace. And I'm going to tell y'all, if you want to live peace in this life while you are discovering and learning truth, cut off all ties, believe what Jesus said in Matthew 10 and what Micah says about natural family members. Until you get it. David told you about it in his Psalms. The prophets told you about it in Micah. Moses told you about it in the law. Yeshua spoke about it when he was here on earth. Some of you are hard-headed as hell. And let me quote it and finish it on this. That which is born of flesh is flesh. And that which is born of spirit is spirit. Marvel not. You must be born again. Strong men are forged through the trial and the strength of adversity. As more adversity, as more trials come, the stronger we get. We don't capitulate. We don't acquiesce to weakness. We get stronger. We double down. That's how we forge.
That's it.
He just said double down. And that's what I put on my thumbnail when I made this live a couple days ago, which I put off yesterday. He said, we double down.
We don't sit there and cry like a bunch of bitches. And if you choose to be a bitch in this world, go ahead and be a bitch.
Thanks, potato.
What's that? You gotta say that shit. The other day, I saw a thing that said, 2 husbands on vacation.
Hey, it's a free country.
It is. You're free.
You're free to see.
Hey, it's true. That's why I was telling people all the time, hey, look, if Yah was intending on saving the Hittites, the Hivites, the Jebusites, the Amorites, the Moabites, all of these people, would he not have sent the Israelites to go preach to every last one of them, save them? The Canaanites, no, he went to put war.
Talked about 2 husbands, so they obviously don't like gay people.
Against them. Wage war against them.
Time to change.
Think about it. Y'all still only interested in Israel. And when it's all said and done, let's finish this thing on Luke 1. We're going to finish it. I said I won't finish it. Well, you said that. Don't worry about what I said.
Yeah, we kind of do.
I'm fallible and flawed. We keep on going. On Luke 1. And let's get this thing down to what real true salvation is. Huh?
Somebody in chat said that a black woman wrote The Matrix and The Terminator.
167. Come on with it, teach. 160. And let's say, hey, y'all pray for our sister Diane. She's getting surgery, man. Everything comes out right. Everything works well with her. Pray for our blessed Pastor Muir, Sister Kristen, that the justice of Yah will be done. To hell with the justice of this world.
Hallelujah.
Where do they have their surgeries, I wonder?
Comfort of the mind, of the spirit, because we know that in Yah they done nothing wrong. Yep. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
And we stand, like they say in the word, in solidarity with our brother, our pastor, And I'm
Hallelujah.
we're here.
Hallelujah.
And by the way, come soon as the Sabbath is over with and stuff. I don't think they got out yet, but if they still out, if they not still out, let's go make sure they got all the accommodations that they need while in captivity. Under the slavery and tyranny of this wicked system. And I'm gonna put it like this. You know that judge that ruled against them?
I hope
part of
not.
the Kiwanis Club.
Wow.
I'm gonna leave it at that.
Okay, that was like so stupid. My dad was a member of the Kiwanis Club. So he's like, the judge in the case is a member of the Kiwanis. So the fuck what? So these people are paranoid AF. My dad was in the Kiwanis. It's so weird. It's so weird. No one else can have a little group but you, right? Only you can have your little group.
I'm gonna leave it right there. You do your due diligence. I just got finished telling you something. Luke 1:67. Come on.
And his father Zacharias was filled with the Holy Spirit and prophesied, saying,
What'd he say?
Blessed Yahweh Elohim of Israel.
The Christianity.
Yahweh Elohim of Israel.
Anybody believes in Jesus.
Israel.
Read on.
He has visited and redeemed his people.
Come on.
And has raised up an horn of salvation.
Where?
For us in the house of his servant David.
Come on.
As he spake by the mouth
Kabeer
of the holy prophets.
Thank you, Flobo.
Since the world has begun, he spoke by the mouth of his holy prophets. Come on, watch this, watch this.
That we should be saved from our enemies.
Well, who in the hell is our enemies, though? Read.
And from the hand of all of them that hate us.
There we go. We done figured out who that is. Come on.
To perform the mercy promise to our Father.
And
to remember his holy covenant.
Read.
The oath which he swore to our father Abraham. That he would grant unto us that we, being delivered out of the hand of our enemies.
That we might what?
Might serve him without fear.
And
in holiness and righteousness before him all the days of our life.
Y'all get that? Y'all get that? So blessed be Yahweh Elohim of Israel, who have redeemed his people and saved his people from all the hands of their enemies. Let them say you a fairy tale. You believe Jesus and all this. Listen, when Jesus comes, you better be in his family. Because when he comes, this shit's personal. He getting ready to destroy all these damn wicked ass people of this earth. And all the people that did not follow him and obey him. They got your ass thinking the gods and all this religion and all this other. No. He's serious. Extremely serious. When he says, blessed be Yahweh Elohim of Israel, for he have visited and redeemed his people, and he have raised up a horn of salvation in the house of his servant David, and spake by the mouth of his holy prophets, since the world begun, that we should be saved from our enemies. We're going to be delivered from America and every damn country out of which all we have been captivity to. Blessed be the name of Jesus. Yahshua HaMashiach. And I'm going to say this right now.
We made it through.
Tomorrow morning, 11 a.m. Central Standard Time, Shabbat Shalom, the King is coming.
There you go. That was yesterday's show. Crazy as fuck. Thank you for sticking it out. Some of you left. That's okay. All right. This is someone who lives in Wisconsin.
Hey, Shalom. I'm Brother Jordan from Straitway Praiseland.
Yes, Straitway Praiseland is Elder Kabeer. Elder Kabeer. So he lives in that big-ass mansion. He lives in that big-ass mansion up in Wisconsin. Take a listen to his testimony.
The date is June 30th, 2024. And I'm making this video in regards of...
So note that this was June 30th, 2024.
Of a lot of information that's been coming out about what it's like here at Straitway Praiseland underneath the leadership of Elder Kabeer. And I just wanted to talk about what it's like here. You guys may have heard that we only get $50 a month per person. And if we do something wrong on the community, that we are fined financially out of that $50 per person per month. Now, these things are true. And also, you may have heard that we bow down to Elder Kabeer when we see him to greet him. And this is also true. But I want to talk about what you probably...
They bow down to Elder Kabeer. Can you imagine bowing down to Kabeer? Can you freaking imagine?
We haven't heard. From the aspect of us being given $50 a month per person, it may not seem like a lot, but I have a whole list here of the things that we don't have to pay for out of that $50 a month per person. So for me and my family, it's me, my wife, and I have a son. So we get $150 per month per our family, right? Out of that, we have access to Netflix, Amazon, Apple TV, HBO Max. We don't have to pay for any of those subscriptions. I can go down in the theater anytime that I want and watch whatever shows that I want. We have an Xbox and go play games whenever I want to. We have a gym in the house that I don't have to pay for. I don't have a membership to go and work out. I can work out anytime that I want. We also have a gymnasium. I can play basketball. I can run around the gym. We have a pool. We have a hot tub. Those are things that I don't have to pay for. I've never had to pay for a phone bill. I've never had to pay for any sort of medical insurance or anything like that. Yeah, so people say that Elder Kabeer is maybe tyrannical or that the people here are being oppressed. I'm a witness. I've been here since 2018, and Elder Kabeer has shown nothing but love to me and to my family and to the brothers who lived here since I've been here. I've never seen anything that's wicked or that's wrong in really any way. And anytime that I've had a problem, I have never felt like I couldn't come to Elder Kabeer and talk to him about it. And you can call him and ask him. I've come to Elder Kabeer quite a few times about quite a few things. And most of the time, I'm just wrong. And there has been times where maybe I would have been right about a situation, but it's never been a situation where I felt like I'm being so oppressed, I'm not being heard, that I need to leave or I need to have somebody come and save me. So other things, you know, that are paid for by the community is I run the business Royal Interiors here. We have a drywall and plaster business, right? So this truck that I'm sitting in is paid for by the community. The trailer that I take to work is paid for by the community. In really any way. And anytime that I've had a problem, I have never felt like I couldn't come to Elder Kabeer and talk to him about it. And you can call him and ask him. I've come to Elder Kabeer quite a few times about quite a few things. And most of the time, I'm just wrong. And there has been times where maybe I would have been right about a situation, but it's never been a situation where I felt like I'm being so oppressed, I'm not being heard, that I need to leave or I need to have somebody come and save me. So other things, you know, that are paid for by the community is I run the business Royal Interiors here. We have a drywall and plaster.
Royal Interiors. And this would be Green Bay. Royal Interiors. So are they licensed? RoyalInteriors.pro. Look. So this guy goes and works, and then he lives there and doesn't have any bills. Look, there he is. None your business. Thank you for being here. Facebook took or they took it down. Picture this. They started working for free, their labor of love fueled by a commitment to excellence. Unbelievable, huh? They have a YouTube? Oh, Lord have mercy. 6 months ago, they have 12 subscribers.
Greetings, DIY. And
oh, man, it's done by AI. Oh, this guy does butt joints.
Yeah. So there's a lot of butt joints that we have to cover. And I'm like, Dudley, let's do butt joints together because I don't want to have to do them all by myself.
Enthusiasts, welcome to Royal Interiors, your go-to walls into a work of art. Whether you're a seasoned pro or just starting out, we've got tips, tricks, and techniques to make your projects a breeze. We're here to demystify the process, tackle common challenges, and turn your projects into stunning success stories. Our videos are packed with step-by-step tutorials, product reviews, and insider insights to take your skills to the next level. And hey, if you've got questions, drop them in the comments below. We love hearing from our community, and your feedback might just inspire our next video. So, hit that subscribe button.
Look. Straitway, Georgia East. Sorry, I'm eating Cheez-Its. Carly Russell vibes. All right, back to this dude. I just wanted to see his business.
Master business, right? So this truck that I'm sitting in is paid for by the community. The trailer that I take to work is paid for by the community. The boots and the work clothes that I wear is paid for by the community. I mean, I wear a $50 pair of pants to work, and when they get holes in them or something like that, I put it on an Amazon list, and Elder Kabeer buys us another pair. I could go right now to Rogan's Shoes and buy a $200 pair of boots, which I have a $200 pair of boots that I use. And I could just go with a community card and go and buy myself a pair of boots, make sure Elder Kabeer gets the receipt. I don't see how that is oppression. I mean, other things within the community. I got married a few years ago. I didn't pay for anything when it came to the marriage. I didn't pay for my garment. I didn't pay for the food. I didn't pay for even making the cards that we sent out to people. I didn't pay for any of that out of my community allowance. So I mean,
who the fuck you sending cards to? If you don't talk to your natural family, look at his fucking pupils. If you don't talk to your family and you live in this compound and all you do is work for it, who the fuck you sending cards to?
I mean, when I look at my community allowance, it's really for things that Elder Kabeer doesn't necessarily need to micromanage for you to buy. Like, say I wanted to get my wife a new dress or something like that. I could use my allowance to get her a new dress. Or I wanted to get some new clothes for my son, I could do that. But the thing is we have food and we have raiment. And so it's very easy to be content here at Praiseland. I would say the biggest problem that we have here at Praiseland, or I guess the temptation that we have, is being content with the abundance of stuff that we have and being grateful for all of the blessings that Yah gives us, and not becoming so blessed that we forget about the Most High in himself. I mean, within this community, we have an abundance of food. I don't think I've ever had a time, maybe we had one time where there wasn't food in the fridge because of a miscommunication or whatever, but that was brought to Elder Kabeer and he solved the problem immediately. We used to have a problem here before, few years ago. The sisters used to make the brothers who would go to work, they would make them their lunches, right? And our problem is the sisters would be making us lunches and we wouldn't be eating the lunches. Our problem is that we don't have enough food and that we're starving here. The problem we've had is that we have too much food on our shelf and then it gets bad and then we got to throw it away. So it's kind of crazy to me, the things that people are saying. I mean, I have a son, right? So diapers, wipes, anything that has to do with my son's needs is paid for by the community. We have $1,000, I think it's over $1,000 for our stroller, paid for by the community. We have a crib, paid for by the community. I have a nice room. I have a really nice bed, paid for by the community. What are the other things that I have in here? We have a barbershop, right? All the stuff within the barbershop, paid for by the community. We have a brother Elijah. He cuts hair very, very nicely. He cuts I never pay for a haircut. I just go to Brother Elijah. Boom, he cuts the hair. Alcohol. We have a $300 a week budget for alcohol. The video got cut off, sorry. So I was saying
he had to go have a couple drinks. $300 a week. Look at his eyes. I can't.
What are the other things that I have in here? We have a barbershop, right? All the stuff within the barbershop, paid for by the community. We have a brother Elijah. He cuts hair very, very nicely. He cuts I never pay for a haircut. I just go to Brother Elijah. Boom, he cuts the hair. Alcohol. We have a $300 a week budget for alcohol. The video got cut off, sorry. So I was saying we have a $300 a week budget for alcohol. So, but with that, we're only allowed to drink 4 days out of the week. We're oppressed, aren't we? Some of the other things that I wanted to say on here too is, you know, when I first came into the community of Praiseland, I had terrible teeth, and I went to a doctor when I was still living in Illinois before I moved here, and they were pretty much saying we're gonna have to remove all your teeth, you're gonna have dentures, X, Y, and Z, right? So Elder Kabeer gets wind of this information, and he's like, nah, I wouldn't do that for myself, so I'm not gonna do that for my brother. So he brings me to his dentist, which was a very good dentist. I think I think he's a dentist for a lot of the Green Bay Packer players, right? And so they did work on my teeth. It cost like $9,000 for me to get my teeth back to repair, and that was paid for by the community. And then I think
$9,000
I had
to
an
get his
abscess tooth, and so then there had to be a little bit more work done. So it's been over $10,000 what the community has had to pay just to restore my teeth to get them back to normal. Yeah. And you know, at Praiseland here, like, I don't pay for my own soap, I don't pay for my toothpaste. Like there's pretty much no need there is no need that isn't being met here at Praiseland. Everything that all right, what I was saying is there is no need that is not getting met here at Straitway Praiseland. And as for the topic of bowing down to elder, and you know, you see in the word that angels wouldn't even allow people to bow down to them, you know, nobody here is forced to pay obeisance to elder. Nobody. The reason why I do it is Elder Kabeer and TJ, they went to Nigeria, they came back, they went to Straitway, and I seen Elder Kabeer do it for Pastor Dowell. And so I said, okay, well, if he's going to do it for Pastor Dowell, I should do it for my elder. Let me just follow the lead of what my elder is doing. And it was already in my heart to do that anyways, because we see it in the word. I mean, when Moses went and he talked with his father-in-law, he went and paid obeisance. And when you look behind that word, it's bow down. So it's not some sort of foreign thing that like, oh, you're bowing down to man and you're worshiping man. I'm not worshiping Elder Kabeer at all. I just respect him as being my elder. And I say within myself, if I can do this for Elder Kabeer, certainly I can do it for Jesus. And so I do it with a consciousness towards Jesus, you know, and I've heard that, you know, the ministry is leading towards making people slaves, and you're gonna see it. That these leaders, they just want people to be their slaves, and I'm sitting here thinking like, okay, if this is slavery, and I read all the benefits of what I have here, like that's some damn good slavery. One, I don't think that I'm Elder Kabeer's personal slave here.
Look at this dude. I know, man up. Get a job. Start your own drywall company outside of this compound and make a nice fucking life for you and your family.
Here. I mean, I've been here for a while. If I were to all of a sudden decide to leave, I don't think you'd be like, well, you know, we gave you your woman while you were here, and you know she's got to stay, and you got to.
The fuck? We gave you your woman while you were here? Dude, this shit's evil, evil, evil. There's a lot of SA, in my opinion, going on in this compound. What girl or woman wants to be given to any man or any person?
Jesus, you know, and I've heard that, you know, the ministry is leading towards making people slaves, and you're gonna see it. That these leaders, they just want people to be their slaves, and I'm sitting here thinking like, okay, if this is slavery, and I read all the benefits of what I have here, like that's some damn good slavery. One, I don't think that I'm Elder Kabeer's personal slave here. I mean, I've been here for a while. If I were to all of a sudden decide to leave, I don't think you'd be like, well, you know, we gave you your woman while you were here, and you know she's got to stay, and you got to go. You know, that's what the word says. You know, you were a slave and you came in, and then we gave you a woman, and now you have a woman and child that belongs to me. I don't think that he would say that, and I don't even worry about him saying that, because I don't even think of ever leaving. You know what I'm saying? So to me it's crazy. To me it's just a whole bunch of nonsense, honestly. Especially what I've been hearing about.
Dude, this man has a child. Seriously. This man has a child.
This community. I mean, anybody who's been here, they know that all the saints, nobody's underweight. My wife, when she first came here, she was 70 pounds. She was underweight.
How old was your wife when she came there? At 70 pounds, sir?
She was starving. And since she's been here, she's 130 pounds now. So if our needs aren't being met, you help me. You tell me what needs that I have that maybe I just don't see are being met, that aren't being met. And let me say this.
And he's got a fucking scanner. 21 over. Did you hear that? Y'all need to improve your editing skills. This dude has a child. And a wife who, when she first came, was 70 pounds.
She's been here. She's 130 pounds now. So if our needs aren't being met, you help me. You tell me what needs that I have that maybe I just don't see are being met, that aren't being met. And let me say this one last thing before I get off this video, because I think you're getting the point. But to anybody who says that I'm in an environment that is oppressive, that I have a tyrannical rule, that I'm eventually going to be forced to be a slave, that all I'm doing is I'm working so that way I can give them all of the resources, so that way they can live high off the hog and, you know, I guess get breadcrumbs. Which another point on that aspect too. Okay, I told you that we get $50 a month per person, so I get $150, right? At the end of the year, like last year, at the end of the year, because we did so well with our business, we ended up getting a bonus.
Oh,
so I got like a $460.
Wow, dude. Can they leave the compound, Spike? Like, can they go like, hey, I'm going to run up to the store and get like a Snickers bar?
And so when all your needs are taken care of, your phone bill's taken care of, your gas, that's another thing I forgot to say. All the gas gets paid for. No matter if I go to the store or whatever. I'm not the one that's paying for the gas. So I'm not paying for gas, phone bill, the heating, electrical. I don't have any bills, and I don't have any debt. I came here with, I think, $1,000 worth of credit card debt, and the community paid for that. Elder Kabeer paid for that, and so I'm debt free. And so, you know, and all these things could be taken as, well, those are the carnal things. What about the spiritual oppression that's being happened here? I don't see that either. Everybody who's here, if they need deliverance tonight, it's available. I mean, the word's being preached, and I don't see the word being preached in a manipulative manner where, you know, like what the slave masters did to the slaves, and they only tell them certain parts of the word, and they don't want you to go back and look behind what they're saying, lest you find out that what they're telling you is just a manipulation tactic in order to keep you hardworking while you're working for them. This whole thing's crazy. But what I wanted to say was, if you think that it's oppressive here, and I read to you all those benefits, if you were to come and save me from this situation, if I went and lived with you, would my situation be better? Can you give me...
What? Why do you need to live with anybody, dude? Get your own place. You're capable of working. Obviously. You're capable. Get your own job and your own place. Why do you have to live with anybody?
The same life that I have here.
Weird.
Where you're at. Or if I went back into the world, would my life be better than it is here? Because here, I would say the average person does not have $150 to spend on pretty much whatever they want at the end of the month. After they're done paying their car note that they're in loan to, their mortgage, all their insurance bills, their medical stuff, diapers, wipes, clothing for their child, and whatever else expense that an average person has to pay. I don't think they got just like all this cash laying around just to be able to use whatever they want. You know, and I hear other things too, like, well, what happens when we get land? Like, are you going to have, what's your inheritance? You know, in my mindset, like, I'm not concerned about my inheritance here because my inheritance is in New Jerusalem. I'm a citizen of that kingdom, and I'm going to get my inheritance when I go there. I'm just a stranger and a pilgrim here. I'm just passing through. This is just a testing ground. If I can do it here under these circumstances, I can submit unto somebody who's righteous and do what they tell me and submit. And I can have, I guess, some of my freedom, not necessarily be there where I don't get to be the man of my house, where I get to make the decisions of what kind of car I'm going to drive and what kind of house I'm going to live in. And I'm going to have this plot of land and I'm going to give it to my seeds and their seeds. And I'm going to have this dynasty for myself. That's not what I'm looking for. My kingdom is not here. My kingdom is in the kingdom with the king. That's what I'm searching for. That's what I'm seeking for. So while I'm here, my job here is just to learn sanctification and to be sanctified. And so if I'm in a certain situation where some of these benefits get taken away, you know, it's just part of the sanctification process. Now, if I do see things start to go crazy where I see, you know, some stuff like Jim Jones or Waco, or, you know, where it's like, I know in Waco, the dude was sleeping with everybody's wife and convinced him he was the Lamb of Yah. That's not in the word. So
what? If
the leaders are doing things according to the word, and I can look at the word and I can back it up, and I don't see anything that they're doing where I can look at the word and say, the word says this, and you're doing this, I'm fine with trusting in these people. I'm fine with trusting Pastor Dowell. I remember Jesus said that some guy came up to Jesus and he asked him, like, well, what's the work that we need to do the works of Yah? And Jesus says, this is the work of Yah, to believe in him who he has sent. And so I know Jesus was talking about himself at that point in time, but I also believe that Pastor Dowell has been sent, and he feeds us with knowledge and understanding. He feeds us the bread of life, which is, when you look at what Jesus was talking to that rabbi about, it was about the same type of thing. And they got offended because he was calling himself the bread of life. But then people get offended because Pastor Dowell was feeding us the bread of life and giving us the word of truth. But then they want to say Pastor Dowell is a tyrant. He's just manipulating you. He's just doing it in order so that way he can be a king and you all are going to be the servants. I don't even know what to say to that, honestly.
Why does he keep grabbing his face like that? He's grabbed his face so much, it's red there. What? What the hell? Watch his face, his cheeks. He's done that so many times that they're fucking red. They're like, it's like carpet, they're like chafed.
Pastor Dowell has been nothing but righteous since I've been in this truth. He's helped me in tons of ways. And me and Pastor Dowell don't talk that much. I've probably had maybe an hour total conversation with Pastor Dowell. But I follow him because I see the fruits and the works that he has. You know, I heard one thing too, that somebody said that, well, if you all of a sudden stop being a benefit to the community, then the community is just going to get rid of you. And my mindset is like, dang, didn't Jesus say that? Like, if you're a tree and you're not producing fruit, then what happens to you? If you're a branch and you're not producing fruit, what happens to you? So if I'm part of the body and I'm not producing fruit, why would y'all allow that branch to be there? That doesn't make any sense. He said you're gonna cut that off, right?
You're gonna cut it off.
It's ridiculous.
You're ridiculous.
It's just ridiculous.
Cut it off, like.
John Wayne Bobbitt's penis.
I really don't have much more to say. I have food. I have raiment. I'm going to be content. And there's people out there who want to say that I'm not content or that I shouldn't be content. They want to lure you through the lust of the flesh by saying things like, well, it would be better if you were somewhere else. I don't think so. And I don't think that the people who are saying these things could give me a better life or give me these same benefits or give me the same freedom that I have here or help me in deliverance in the same way that I've been helped here. Ridiculous. Bless y'all.
Oh my God. I know. I wonder too, Ryan Applesnapple, what his family thinks. This is called Marrying a True Virgin. This is disturbing. I haven't watched it yet. It says, and it has 10,000 views. February 23rd of last year. This woman can truly wear white because she is a true virgin, kept unto this day for her husband. Holiness will always reign. Marrying a true virgin. Yes, they still exist. I'm going to be sick. This is going to make me sick. Look at that young man. Young man. How old is this girl?
You satisfy my soul.
Are you fucking kidding me?
You satisfy my soul.
Lee and Nadia. Lee Campbell. I don't know who he is.
You satisfy my soul.
Do you guys think that they're going to be rated? Do you think that this is going to be looked into? Are you confident in that? Look at these people, y'all. Look at the guy in, okay, see 3 rows back where you see the little boys? Look at the bald man sitting by them with his wife next to him or whatever. This is so freaking disturbing. I can't. mailing address is Gallatin, Texas. Gallatin, Texas. Or not Texas, Tennessee. See, I'm too stoned for this too. Is that her mom, I wonder? Dude, that looks like her bio mom. Look, let me slow it down. Did they ditch the dad and move in here or some shit? That is sick. It looks like that's her mother. Or another wife, maybe. Yeah. Ew. Are they in Florida? Oh, look at the bar menu. Screwdriver, mojitos, and Long Island iced teas. Look at it. It's all in Tupperware pitchers. I can't. She does not look. Yeah, she does not look very old to me either. So sad. Right there, that makes me sick. They aren't in Florida. Thank God. Thank God.
Fucking fuzzy slippers and lip gloss.
They do have one in Florida? Where at? Oh, Miami by you, Myron. That's really where Myron lives. He just never told us. I'm kidding, Myron. Fucking scary. She does look extremely young. I know Vegas, they have no means of communication. They had a falling out with the Miami guy and took his wife and kid. Yeah, they are headquartered in Tennessee. That's what we're watching. This is in Tennessee here. Up. Look at her face. Just saying. This is so freaking sad. Look at how young. Look at the on the far left. She looks super young too. His wives. I swear that does look like that could be her mom, but I don't know. Yeah, he says he's not. We watched them all, Jem. But what do I look for on his channel? Because I'm here on his videos. 7 hours ago? Who's this?
All this so-called or perceived power. I know that God, at the time is what I said. I know God has somebody that is following him and keeping his commandments, that is operating in the power of the Most High. Yeah.
I can't listen to him. I just don't see. I've gone through some of these videos and I didn't see. Oh, God. I don't know if I can watch these with the babies, man. I don't know if I can watch these. Is this one of his wives, Spike? hell is Frogman? Ringo TV did a deep dive on the wife. Okay, I'll have to look at that offline. Because I can't play Ringo stuff. So these must be his wife's wives. Is this? How sad, man. You know, I don't typically judge people like that, but damn.
If you are part of a community or home assembly within Straitway and interested in submitting a video for Straitway TV, please have your leadership reach out to Michael Israel. We welcome more righteous content.
A kid saying that? More righteous? There's one where he has four. Does he straight up say they're for sale? I mean, this is crazy. Oh, God, he was in Florida? Block party at Georgia. This is them building in Georgia a year ago.
All right, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Citizen of YouTube, Pastor Dowell here with the Israelites. And guess what we're doing? We're here at Straitway, Georgia, where Elder Rufus is the head of the assembly here. So today, myself and a couple of Israelites, we descended up on Straitway, Georgia here, and this is what we got going on. Now, what we're doing here is a split-face block home building. It's going to be split-face all the way up. You can already see the vents. Can you pan over there so you can see the vents right there, too? There's vents on this side, as well as vents. You staying hydrated, Teach?
Oh, yes.
Okay. And we're going to be here until 5th day morning, so we should get close. I don't think we're going to finish, but we should get close. We may finish depending on how everybody's feeling in the morning, because this is extremely hot out here. We got an early morning start. Everybody was up at 5:30. We was out here getting it done. But this is the stuff we be talking about over and over again about how when brethren come together and how that when we build a home or do a building, it's paid for. It's paid for. I don't know where else you can go into the world. You have a 40 by 80. Hey, how many square foot did they say this was going to be, including the top? 3,200. It's going to be it's going to be close to a 4,000 square foot home. And when, like I said, when it's all said and done, it's done. Our brothers, we have tents down here as well as tents down there where brothers are staying in, because we don't need all that, and we definitely not going to put the money into the world to stay in their fancy hotels when we're going to have to get up here and get out and get dirty anyway in the morning. So anyway, just thought we'd let y'all in on.
See what Kels just sent me. Hold on. I don't know why it's not coming up. Uh-oh. You might have to change. Seth Rogers has put out a video. Sorry guys, I don't mean to change the subject, but I want to see what the heck. Well, that's weird because I don't see anything new. Oh. We have a live stream scheduled for tonight. FYI. Discord party tonight, officially. I'm calling a Discord party. Hear ye, hear ye. Hear ye, hear ye. We have a Discord party tonight at 10 p.m. The guys of Straitway get drunk and kiss each other, says Spike. There's video of it. Oh, I can imagine there's a lot of sick shit that goes on in there. Oh, Austin. I know he doesn't. It's live though. He's going live tonight. I didn't know that. We'll be watching. Wait, let me. I'm gonna save this to my watch later because I refuse to subscribe to him right now. Until I know he didn't do anything, I need to lay off of that. But we're gonna watch him in. We're gonna watch him in Discord. Do you guys think? Can we do a quick poll before we end the stream? I want to know what you guys think. If you think the feds are going to bust this wide open. No, he can't strike me on Discord. We can watch that. Do you think the feds are going to bust Straitway wide open? I want to know what you guys think. Yay, Michelle. Misty will help you. Come to the help desk. Come to the help desk. All right, so I've got one more video to play for you guys, then we're going to dance it out. Because I don't think you guys have all seen... Or no, maybe I played it in the beginning, didn't I? That one, the allegations one. We already watched it. I lied. I lied. So hopefully I'll see you guys in Discord tonight at 10 p.m. Eastern. Hopefully I'll still be awake. This I wanted to watch. Let's watch this really quick. This is a self-driving Waymo car. It got pulled over by the police. It happened last month in Phoenix, and this is something that nobody probably ever considered. It's not every day you see a Phoenix police officer pulling over a driverless car, but that's what happened on June 19th after the officer observed a Waymo going haywire in traffic. And then a passerby said, I couldn't help but come over here just out of morbid curiosity. I thought maybe there was a passenger. The officer replies, you know the construction here? It was going eastbound in the westbound lanes, which is real bad. So I light it up and it takes off in an intersection. While most Waymo cars can be seen throughout the city, driving safely and behaving civilly, erratic driving is not completely out of the question for artificial intelligence. Okay, so if you don't, you have to go into your settings of Discord and connect it to YouTube. So let's watch this. It's a 2-minute video.
No, can you show me out at 7th Ave in Osborne? I got a unmanned vehicle that was kind of taken off from me. It's a Waymo car.
It's not every day you see a Phoenix police officer pulling over a driverless car.
Hi!
But that's what happened June 19th after
He
the
said
officer
hi!
observed a Waymo going haywire in traffic.
I couldn't help but come over just out of morbid curiosity.
Yeah.
I thought maybe there's a passenger or something.
No, like, you know the construction here?
Yeah.
It was eastbound in the westbound lanes.
Oh!
Which is real bad. Yeah. And then, so I light it up and then it takes off through the intersection.
While most Waymo cars can be seen throughout the city driving safely and behaving civilly, erratic driving is not completely out of the question for the artificial intelligence.
It was making a right onto Washington. Almost hit me. I had to swerve into the fast lane.
Phil Briggs says Tuesday he nearly got sideswiped by a Waymo on a mission with no regard for the car surrounding it.
My son saw an accident. We've seen him dead in the water in the middle of the intersection. So it's just, I don't see any good from it at all.
I reached out to Waymo to find out more about the potential for errors in their cars. Waymo sent me a statement and they said Waymos are much better drivers than humans and 3.5 times more likely to avoid injury-causing crashes.
So your car here drove into oncoming lanes of traffic.
In the case last month, Waymo says the construction signage on 7th and Osborne was inconsistent, and because the officer blocked the car, it had to impede oncoming traffic. But the whole ordeal only lasted 1 minute.
If you or I are driving like that and we get pulled over, we get a ticket. So somebody needs to be held accountable.
Phoenix police say they are able to cite Waymo, but it's not something they see or do often. Officers, though, are provided training to deal with robot-operated cars, Waymo car emergency vehicle.
Chase, no kidding. No kidding. Chase, no kidding. No kidding. So 78% of you think that the feds are going to bust that whole organization open. Interesting. I hope you're right. I hope that if anybody's there that doesn't want to be there, can get out of there. I remember when an unmanned car killed someone jaywalking because jaywalking had not been programmed in the system. Jesus. Lexi Lynn, it's really disturbing. I know. Exactly. Cats have thumbs. Yep, get up. We're going to do the stretch. We're going to dance it out. Don't pull any muscles. Hopefully I'll see you guys tonight at 10 in Discord. If not, I am live on my second channel, Every Day with Jay, tomorrow. Let me see what time I set that. I think it's 11 a.m., but I can't remember. So let's look really fast. 11 a.m. And we're going to be talking about Julia, the dog handler. It's not going to be a bash session, but I need to talk this through. I need to tell you guys what I know because it was a cluster. This whole thing with her and Sebastian's case has been a cluster. I don't know what he's going live about. It just says Sebastian's army. So maybe Tony's going to be with him. I'm not sure. But here's the link for the live tomorrow. I'll be live. Get your coffee, sleep in a little bit, and we'll be live there on that link. So we'll see. Hopefully I'll see you guys tomorrow morning or tonight. Thank you, Teresa Beavers, for becoming a clicker. Welcome to the clickers, Miss Beaver. All right, let's dance it out. First, our credits, though, Myron. So much for watching. If you enjoyed this live stream or video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on my latest content. Want to take it a step further? Bring it all in. And join our community clickers by becoming a Patreon or a YouTube member. You'll get exclusive access to our Discord server, special channel perks, and much more. Until then, I'll see you in the next one.
Click, 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 click. It's real easy, man.
Snacks because I don't give a damn. I don't really care about you and your problems. I don't give a damn. You talk way too much. I have heard enough about you and your problems. I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn. Damn, 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 damn. You wanna be with me. You wanna feel something real, but I'm feeling differently. You're making plans to get to friends, but don't wanna face the fact that I ain't got time, I ain't got time for that. Staying up late, sleeping all day, dreaming about Cadillacs. Buying new shoes, hanging by the pool, sipping on Coke and Jack. Calling my phone when you feel alone, but I'll never call you back. 'Cause I ain't got time, I ain't got time.
One Jennifer or two Jennifer?
Thanks so much, Jennifer.
Jennifer loves horses. Bye, Jennifer.